your cooperation. Thank you so much. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. We are just starting the proceedings of the evening. We are all here purely by the grace of Jagannmata Sharada, Jagadguru Adishankaracharya, and the Ubaya Jagadgurus of Sringeri Sharada Peetham. As you all know, we are here to celebrate the winners of the Adishankara Day competition, who have performed exceedingly well, and in most cases well beyond our expectations. So we wanted to celebrate the winners, and we have been conducting this event every year for the past, this is the 5th year if I'm right, we have been conducting this event, and we will start the proceedings with a prayer, requesting all of you to stand up, and I'll request the students of Modern Senior Secondary School to come and chant Ganesha Pancharatnam, which will be followed by Totakashtakam.
मुदाकरातमोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावतंसकं विलासिलोकरक्षकं अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिते भदैत्यकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकम् न ते तरातिभीकरं नवोदितार्कभास्वरं न मत्सुरारिनिर्जरं न तादिकापदुद्धरं सुरेश्वरं निधीश्वरं गजेश्वरं गणेश्वरं महेश्वरं तमाशये परात्परं निरन्तरम् समस्तलोकशङ्करं निरस्तदैत्यकुञ्जरं तरेतरोदरं वरं हरे भवक्त्रमक्षरं कृपाकरं क्षमाकरं मुदाकरं यशस्करं मनस्करं नमस्कृतां नमस्करोमि भास्वरम् अकिञ्चनातिमार्जनं चिरन्तनोक्तिभाजनं पुरारिपूर्वनन्दनं सुरारिगर्वचर्वणं प्रपञ्चनाशभीषणं धनञ्जयादिभूषणं कपोलदानवारणं भजे पुराणवारणम् नितान्तकान्तदन्तकान्तिमन्तकान्तकात्मजम् अचिन्त्यरूपमन्त्रहीनमन्तराय कृन्तनं हृदन्तरे निरन्तरं वसन्तमेव योगिनं तमेकदन्तमेव तं विचिन्तयामि सन्ततम् महागणेश पञ्चरत्नमादरेण योन्वं प्रजल्पति प्रबाधके हृदि स्मरं गणेश्वरम् अरोगतामदोषतां सुसाहितीं सुपुत्रतां समायुधायुरष्टभूतिमभ्युपैति सोचिरात् मभ्युपैति सोचिरात् विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधा जलधे महितोपनिषत् कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं करुणावरुणालय पालय मां भवसागरदुःखविदूनहृदम् रचया किल दर्शनतत्त्वविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं भवता जनता सुहिता भविता निजबोधविचारणचारुमते कलयेश्वर जीव विवेकविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् भव एव भवानिधि मे नितरां समजायत चेतसि कौतुकिता मम वारय मोहमहाजलधिं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं सुकृतेऽधिकृते बहुधा भवतो भविता समदर्शनलालसता अतिदीनमिमं परिपालय मां भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् जगतीमवितुं कलिताकृतयो विचरन्ति महामहसश्चलः अभिमां सुरिवात्र विभासि गुरो भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं गुरुपुङ्गवपुङ्गवकेतनते समतामयतां न हि कोऽपि सुधीः शरणागतवत्सलतत्त्वनिधे भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् विदितान मया विशदैककला न च किञ्चन काञ्चनमस्ति गुरो द्रुतमेव विदेहि कृपां सहजां भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्
Thank you, students. You have really set the mood to a lot of divinity. Thank you for that. It was a wonderful rendition. I will now request the Managing Trustee of Sri Vidyatheertha Foundation, Sri R. Krishnan, to give a brief introduction and a formal welcome address.
गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः विवेकिनं महाप्रज्ञं धैर्य औदार्य क्षमानिधिं सदा अभिनवपूर्वन्तं विद्यातीर्थगुरुं वचे भारती करुणापात्रं भारती पदभूषणं भारती पदमारूढं भारतीतीर्थमाश्रये विद्याविनयसम्पन्नं वीतरागं विवेकिनं वन्दे वेदान्ततत्त्वज्ञं विदुशेखरभारती Yes, yeah. our namaskarams at the lotus feet of the Jagadgurus. Respected Sri Kumar, President of this evening function. Respected Sri Ram, Guest of Honor. Good friend Vignesh. Respected principals of schools who are gathered here today. Madam Meenakshi Kumar. Respected teachers, parents, grandparents, and my dear students. It gives me a great pleasure in welcoming all of you to the award function of Sri Adishankara Day program. As most of you perhaps are aware, Sri Adishankara Day program started in the year 2019 as per the direction of Jagadguru Shankaracharya of Sringeri Sharada Peetham, with a view to help students to become great citizens of this country, which means with a strong grounding in Indian tradition, culture, and values. And by the grace of the God and the Jagadgurus, and with the cooperation of school authorities, principals, and teachers, this program has grown from strength to strength. And today, we have the award function. It's named after Jagadguru Sri Abhinava Vidyatheertha Mahaswamin rolling trophy that will be presented to winners in the senior category, and Jagadguru Sri Abhinava Vidyatheertha Mahaswamin rolling shield, which will be presented to winners in the junior category. So before my formal welcome address, I would like to dwell on why we have named the trophy and the shield in honor of Jagadguru Sri Abhinava Vidyatheertha Mahaswamiji, in whose name this organization, Sri Vidyatheertha Foundation, has been functioning from the year 1991. We have gathered here today at a very, very sacred place. Sri Ram knows it very well. Perhaps he was a witness to this inauguration. This Jagadguru Pravachana Mandiram was started in the year 67 by the then Shankaracharya of Sringeri Sharada Peetham, Jagadguru Sri Abhinava Vidyatheertha Mahaswamiji, who adorned the sacred Sringeri Sharada Peetham as its 35th Jagadguru Shankaracharya. And just because this organization is named in his honor, we have not just named it. There is much more than that. This Swamiji Holiness was born in the year 1917 on Deepavali Day in our neighboring state, namely the capital of Karnataka, Bengaluru. He was like all of us, most of us come from a very humble family, and he was studying in school. His father was a school teacher. And at the age of 12, when he was about to complete it and get into the birth of 13th year of his birthday, their parents decided to perform Upanayanam for him. So to the holy thread ceremony, they decided to take him to Sringeri, a holy place where Adishankara established Sharada Peetham, and wanted to perform the Upanayanam for him there. So with the intention, they went to Sringeri. Those days it was not as we can even now to go to Sringeri is not quite easy. We have to plan a little bit in spite of flight. So those days it was much more difficult. So they planned for a week's trip to Sringeri so that they will go 2 days before the Upanayinam and perform the Upanayinam. Normally those days will perform 4 days. And after that complete and come back to Bangalore, and this boy will continue his study in school. But at the end of the Upanayinam ceremony and formally they went to the darshan of the then Jagadguru, the 34th Pontiff, Jagadguru Chandrasekhara Bharati, and wanted to take his blessings and submit to him and take his permission to leave back to home. That was the plan of their parents and other few relatives who have come for the Upanayinam. So when they went and prostrated before the Jagadguru and at the time of taking prasad, this boy said suddenly, "My Guru, I wanted to stay here. I don't want to go back to Bengaluru. I want to study in the Pathashala." Pathashala, the curriculum is totally different. You don't teach English, physics, chemistry, mathematics. So there you have to study Vedas, then Shastras, perhaps Sanskrit. Their parents were taken aback, their grandparents were taken aback. And that Swamiji said, "Yes, right, this boy wants to stay. I have no objection. He can stay. What do you feel? What will the parents will do?" The Guru has given the consent. The boy wants to stay back. So they left him. So his school education got cut. And he joined the Pathashala. And he was such a brilliant, studious, disciplined student. This 34th Pontiff was not at all interested in administrative activity, does not want to mix with people. He wants to spend more time in spiritual quest. So he was looking for an opportunity to train somebody and give up the responsibility of the Peedam to the next successor. So 1 year later, he decided, this boy who came to me a year back seems to be a good boy, deep devotion, good IQ, discipline. So he sought the grace of Goddess Sharadamba and decided to give sannyas to this boy. Adishankara took sannyas at what age? You all know? What age? Otherwise, Kumar will feel that you have not corrected properly. What age Adishankara took sannyas? Come on. Huh? Boldly, ma. Somebody raise your hands and say, modern school. Raise your hands. What age Adishankara took sannyas? Doubter ka? Srinidhi, come on. Answer. First prize winner. What age? 8. Okay. So this Abhinava Vidyatheertha Mahaswamiji was given sannyas at the age of 13. So you all know Adishankara set a goal. He wanted to leave Kaladi, sits all the way, walk to Narmada to study under his Guru, Govinda Bhagavat Pada, 750 kilometers, walking all the way for studying. So this young boy, who was known as Srinivas in his brahmachari days, became Abhinava Vidyatheertha. Abhinava, the term means new. Vidyatheertha is his name, new Vidyatheertha, because there was, during Renaissance period, the 10th Pontiff was Vidyatheertha. And he was a great yogi. So this Guru wanted his disciple to become another great yogi. So he named as Abhinava Vidyatheertha. If I am wrong, Vignesh will correct me. Huh? So Abhinava Vidyatheertha. So this young boy started studying Vedas. Simultaneously, he was slowly started learning Tarka Shastra, Mimamsa, Vedanta as the years rolled by. And as per his Guru's direction, he started meditation, getting up early at 4 o'clock in the morning. Studying in the school is easy, yeah. Here you have to get up at 4 o'clock, no late getting up. And keep studying all the way. Very few time for lunch break, or they don't play in the evening. So full study. Yoga. Yoga means not this physical exercise alone. Meditation. So all that he was doing from 13 to 18, 19. By the time he mastered yoga, he had the vision of the Lord, he had progressed in spiritually. It is all there in his biography book. It's all recorded, fortunately. But then, like Adishankara, he became the pontiff of Sringeri Sharada Peetham in 1954. His guru started withdrawing himself completely, and this young Swamiji has to take care of the administration. President Dr. Rajendra Prasad visited Sringeri in 1953. This young Swamiji, what he did, he had planned that India had a lot of confusions after freedom movement. Many people did not accept freedom. Even kingdoms, a lot of kingdoms did not accept freedom movement. They have to give up all their wealth and accept a central government under a new leadership. And all this, most of the kingdoms were all devoted to Sringeri Sharada Peetham. So this Swamiji decided that India should accept the new system, they should integrate. And he prepared himself. What the first thing he did, he studied Sanskrit, he studied Shastras, he studied yoga, all that is all spiritual side. The other side, what he did was, those days it was difficult to study Hindi in Sringeri. No school was teaching Hindi. He subscribed to Hindi magazines. He started studying Hindi because he realized Hindi is a medium of language that it can communicate. I'm not giving any message to anybody here, but those days itself he said Hindi is something very important. He studied Hindi. And he started arming himself. 1954, he became the pontiff. He started setting out on yatra like Adishankara. Till today, no other Shankaracharyas have gone throughout this country, length and breadth of in this country, village after village. Like Adishankara, only person to have gone till today is Abhinava Vidyatheertha Mahaswamiji, thrice the whole of this country, meeting different people, nook and corner, and also ensuring that Veda Padashalas are started everywhere in most of the places, temples started, Sanskrit study was there, and also people start accepting the new system of democracy that has been introduced in the country, unity among people, and accepting the rule of law. So, that is on one side. This other side, he was such a great scholar on one side and down-to-earth person. Sri Ramji has had the darshan of His Holiness at the age of 18, 19? 18. So, the age of 18 he had his darshan. So, he would accept everybody as they are. People who are non-believers who could also accept him. Everybody accepted him because he never criticized anybody. He always looked for positive side in others and talked to people as they are. And Adishankara wrote commentaries on works. These commentaries, he explained to them in terms of discourses in Hindi, Sanskrit, Telugu, Kannada, Tamil, wherever the medium of language is known in that particular place, he started communicating. And he instituted an award for President of India. Normally, President gives award. So he instituted award to Presidents of India. So far, 3 presidents have got it. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Dr. Radhakrishnan, Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma. Rashtriya Ratna. That's the award given to President of India for promotion of Indian culture and heritage. And this award was instituted by him in New Delhi. He was the first person to establish a center of Adishankara, Shankara Advaita Research Center in New Delhi, in Calcutta, in Mumbai, wherever cities that you will find today. And this very place, he established a Sharadamba temple. Sharadamba temple in Chennai first was established by him. Behind this auditorium, you have Sharadamba temple shrines for Mahaganapati and Sri Adishankara. And this Pravachana Mandiram, this is supposed to be a hall where we used for emanating the teachings of Adishankara, discourses on Adishankara. This was all established by Abhinava Vidyatheertha Mahaswamiji. So, this Swamiji like Adishankara, the common feature that you can find, apart from their scholarliness, their tapasic nature, their establishment in the self, there's one thing that we can learn from them is helping others. Always looking for an opportunity to help others. If you see Shankara's life, you can find it. If you see in Abhinava Vidyatheertha Mahaswami's life, I was fortunate enough to have toured with him in his cabinet in the year 1980, part of Uttar Pradesh, the entire Bihar and part of West Bengal. So I have seen him how he looks for opportunity to help others. One simple example I will tell you why we should know about these great men of our country. One day when he was coming in the highway going from one town to another place, he saw the traffic, there was a traffic jam and all the vehicles were going towards the right side and just turning and going. And there was a big traffic jam. So his car also was about to go that side. Then he realized, then he saw a tree had fell on the road. And everybody goes to the right side corner, crosses the tree and go. Then he told his team members in the car, his assistants, we should not do that. As citizens of this country, we have a responsibility. So let us stop the car, let us all get down from the car. Normally all these authorities will say, okay, you go and take the tree and put it. ஒரு 4 பேர் நீங்கள் போய் அந்த ட்ரீயை தூக்கி ஓரமாக போட்டுடுங்க அப்படி பண்ணல அவர். நானும் வரேன். He also got down from the car. அவர் வேஷ்டியை தூக்கி கட்டிட்டு. யார் பண்ணுறது? Shankaracharya, supposed to have all security, pilot, and presidents, prime ministers, ministers, chief minister, everybody will fell on his feet. அவர் come on, let's all go. Then அந்த மரத்தை அப்படியே எல்லாரோட அவரும் சேர்ந்து தூக்கி ஓரமாக அந்த மரத்தை வச்சுட்டு then he proceeded the journey. Now the traffic jam would have been solved in another 10 minutes. So that was his element, absolutely egoless and looking for opportunity every time when he is out to help others. So that is why we have instituted this trophy, so that message will go loud and clear to all of us. It will make us remember that should be our attitude. Every one of us have opportunity to help others every single day. So that is why we have named after him. So this should go deep into your mind. So one day you have one that attended that function in 2025. You should never forget that we should always, you will all have plenty of opportunities in years later to come. That you will have plenty of opportunity to help people in different ways. And we should always look for that. That should be our priority in life. If that happens, as per Shastras, when what Shankara says, Shastram enna solra, Chitta Suddhi means mind becomes clean and pure. If you start only helping others, naturally jealous, possessiveness, all these qualities will go. And you don't start possessing, you don't start earning things for you, and you start helping others. Chitta Suddhi comes, the ultimate realization will certainly bound to dawn on a person. So that we should, this is a very simple message, but most effective message that will ultimately lead us to the highest. So that with this introduction, I want you all remember it. And today, fortunately for this award function, we have Sri M.R. Kumar, who was formerly chairman of Life Insurance Corporation of India, namely LIC. I was fortunate to work in LIC from 1988 to 2012, and I had also had a very brief innings under his leadership in Chennai when he was manager sales and later as zonal manager, though not directly, but we have worked under his leadership. And what marks his career has been integrity and efficiency. Integrity and efficiency is hallmark of great people. And one more quality that we all used to admire him for his humility, humbleness. And he will be down to earth person and always freely moves with colleagues and no hierarchy. And to have such a person, that's why we were keen to invite him to this function. Even now he has been connected with many organizations and advisory capacity, executive capacity. So on behalf of everyone here, I have great pleasure in welcoming Sri Kumar and thank him in advance to have accepted our invitation to preside over this function. Sri N. Ram, you would have seen in the Sri C.S. Ram. N. Ram is from Hindu. N. Ram, when I meant N. Tamilan. C.S. Ram is Vice President of Anantha Padmanabha Swami Temple. Anantha Padmanabha Swami Kovil theriyum nenikiren ellarkum Adayar. So his father was a commissioner of police. Those days I think Director General of Police illa nenikiren andha kaalathila irundha. Commissioner of Police was a top person. His father was Satyavagishwaran, a very strict, disciplined police officer. And Ram had the great opportunity of having the darshan of 3 Jagadgurus of Sringeri Sharada Peetham. He was chairman of a company and he has travelled 22 countries only till today and a man of rich experience. And he was blessed by Swami Sivananda. Swami Sivananda of Rishikesh at a very young age. And I don't want to narrate what are the experience that he had from Swami Sivananda. And Sri Ram's speciality these days is always to communicate to youngsters and help share his experience to mold youngsters' career so that you all become very successful later in life like him. And he is who always supports our projects. So on behalf of everyone here, I welcome Sri Ram and thank him in advance for having accepted. Sri Ram belongs to one generation. Sri Kumar comes into the next generation. Perhaps I also joined that generation. And the next generation is Sri Vignesh. So you cannot escape today. Say Ram Vaisanavar sir avaradho solrar. Kumarum Vaisanavar sir அவர் சொல்றார். அப்படின்னா இல்லையே விக்னேஷ் சொல்றாரு சார். அதுக்கு 3 பேர் வச்சிருக்கோம். விக்னேஷ் இஸ் ஜஸ்ட் உங்களோட கொஞ்சம் ஒரு 7 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னால் படிச்சிங்களா சார் இன்ஜினியரிங்? 7 years 8 years மூலம் he has completed engineering. He is a graduate in engineering. ஹரிக்கதா எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட்னு பார்த்தோன்னே அவருக்கும் இங்கிலீஷுக்கும் என்ன சம்மந்தம் இருக்கும், ஃபிசிக்ஸுக்கு என்ன சம்மந்தம் இருக்கும், கெமிஸ்ட்ரிக்கு என்ன சம்மந்தம் இருக்கும்னு நினச்சிருப்பீங்க. மிஸ்டர் குமார் இஸ் எ ஃபிசிஸ்ட். he is a post graduate in physics. இவர் Ram is also an engineer. He studied in AC technology. And Vignesh is also an engineer. And apart from engineering, simultaneously, like perhaps Anil Kumble, engineer, Srikanth, engineering. இவெல்லாம் பேரலாக கிரிக்கெட் விளையாடும் போதே படிப்பும் கவனிச்சிருந்தாங்க, படிக்கும் போதே கிரிக்கெட் விளையாடினாங்க. அது மாதிரி விக்னேஷ் ஹரிகதா he studied under Vishaka Hari. Music, bhajan. But என்னுடைய personal request to Vignesh is specialize on Harikatha. Spend more time on Harikatha. Younger generation, Harikatha and the art form should not go. Harikatha is by way of storytelling. And we have this Harikatha, Balakrishna Shastri's portrait is here. So great Harikatha exponents. So அந்த மாதிரி Harikatha exponent, he is here today. He is not going to deliver a speech today. No Harikatha. He is going to answer your questions. So I welcome Sri Vignesh, and I have heard him only once, but I found whenever he speaks, he somehow deals subject with a lot of clarity and with a lot of anecdotes which will make you remember the value. So on behalf of everyone, I have great pleasure in welcoming Vignesh. I am thankful to the principals. We are going to honor schools which have done exceedingly well in this Adishankara Day program, in quiz program and in skit program with the juniors. So in response to our invitation, principals of schools have come. Teachers, mentor teachers, every school have nominated 2 teachers as mentors for this program so that they prepare for the preliminary quiz, and later on if they do well, the oral quiz and also skit. So I take this opportunity to thank all the parents in encouraging their children to participate in this program. And this program is jointly conducted by schools of Tamil Nadu and by Vidyatheertha Foundation. So all those schools who have joined us in conducting this program, I have to express our sincere thanks, and the teachers who have also taken time out of their syllabus to encourage the students, guide students, and also coordinate with us. So I thank them for this year and look forward to your kind support in the years to come. So thank you very much, and my hearty welcome to everybody. Please, at the end of this session, please spend your valuable time from this year. We have introduced expert meet. The students have to identify in the preliminary quiz question paper itself what is their area of interest. It can be physics, it can be astrology, it can be astronomy, it can be sports, it can be music, and we will arrange for the expert to interact with them. Only those students who have qualified in the distinction and super category, that means 80 plus, 90 plus. So this, if the students take this seriously and perform well, they will be called for a meeting. For example, if there is a music, means a top musician will interact with them. Dance means somebody like Dr. Padma Subramaniam will interact with them. So which they cannot reach, we will arrange. So ultimately help them to really take up seriously their area of interest and become successful. So I think many schools have welcomed this idea and they are all looking forward. And the first one is this occasion. Here you are going to interact with 3 experts. They have all somebody who have handled a gigantic organization like Life Insurance Corporation of India. It's not only the building is gigantic in Anna Salai, the entire organization is so gigantic. And somebody like Ram, who have worked in industry for 25 years, 30 years, philanthropy 20 years. Somebody like Vignesh, who is in this today's generation, how he is able to balance between science and Shastra. And so this is a great opportunity to use this opportunity. Come out with your answers with questions with clarity. Seek their answers, because these answers are very important, which will guide you to shape your future. Okay? Use this opportunity. At the end of this session, please go back to the temple, have darshan, and then take your prasad. Okay? Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, Mr. Krishnan. The Adishankara Day has been conducted for quite some time. Every year it's not a one-day affair or a two-day affair. It goes on for a few weeks and spread across months, because we look at the convenience of the schools and we want maximum participation. And that is why there are situations where somebody travels all the way from Chennai to quite far off places and conducts competition even for one school. That has also happened. And I will now request Dr. Ganeshan, Trustee Sri Vidyatheertha Foundation, to give a report on the Adishankara Day.
Sri Gurupyo Namaha. Sringeri Jagadguru Shankaracharya, Sri Vidyatheertha Mahaswamin, Sri Vidyatheertha Foundation அவருடைய அனுகிரகத்துடன் ஆதிசங்கர தினமானது பல வருடங்களாக நடைபெற்று கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. ஏன்னா இது ஒரு காலத்தின் கட்டாயம் என்று சொல்ல வேண்டும். ஆதிசங்கர தினம் என்பது வெறும்னா ஆதிசங்கருடைய கதை வரலாறு மட்டுமல்ல, உங்கள் எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும். இருந்தாலும் திரும்ப திரும்ப திருத்தமான மனசில் பதியுங்கிறதுக்காக தான், எஸ்பெஷலி ஃபார் த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். அதனால் எதுக்காக சொல்கிறோன்னு தெரிஞ்சால், வெறும் ஆதிசங்கர் கதை எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும். ஆதிசங்கரர் கதை மட்டும் இல்லாமல் எங்களுடைய அப்ஜெக்டிவே என்ன அப்படின்னா, பேஸ்ட் ஆன் ஆதிசங்கராஸ் லைஃப், எப்படி வேல்யூஸ் லைஃப்பில் கற்றுக்கிறது, ஹவு டு லிவ் நாட் ஓன்லி ஆஸ் எ சன், தென் குட் ஸ்டூடெண்ட், அதுக்கப்புறம் குட் சிட்டிசன் ஆஃப் தி கண்ட்ரி. ஒரு மகன் நல்ல மாணவனாகி, மாணவன் நல்ல மனிதனாகி, மனிதனுக்கு பிறகு சிறந்த குடிமகன். குடிமகன்கிற அட்ரஸ் சிட்டிசன், தமிழ்நாட்டில் வேறு அர்த்தம். அந்த சிட்டிசனாக இருக்க வேண்டும். அதுக்குத்தான் ஆதிசங்கருடைய நம்ம வரலாறை படிக்கிறோம். இந்த பவர் பாயிண்ட் ப்ரெசன்டேஷனுமாக கொண்டு போகணுன்னு சன்னிதானமும் கொடுத்ததே எங்களுக்கு மிகப்பெரிய ஆச்சரியம். நம்மலாம் கம்பெனியில் எவ்வளவோ இடத்துல பிபிடிலாம் பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கோம். பட் இட் வாஸ் சஜஸ்டட் பை சன்னிதானம். இதை மாதிரி கொண்டு போனால் தான் இந்த காலத்து ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் அக்செப்ட் பண்ணுவாங்கன்னு சொல்லி உங்களுக்கு எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும். திஸ் ஹஸ் பீன் கோயிங், ரொம்ப நல்லா போயின்ட்டுருக்கு. 5 வருஷமாக 20-25,000 மாணவர்களை வி ஆர் மீட்டிங் ஆல் ஓவர் த ஸ்டேட். ஆஸ் ஸ்ரீதர் ஹஸ் டோல், ஈவன் கோயம்புத்தூர் போகணுமா, மதுரை போகணுமா, திருச்சி போகணுமா, ஜஸ்ட்டு எப்படியாவது இப்போ உள்ள சிச்சுவேஷனில் நம்மளுடைய வேல்யூ பேஸ்டு சனாதன தர்மம்னா என்ன அதை தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். அதுதான் எய்மே. பரிசு, சில்வர் ட்ராஃபி, மெடல், புக்கு அதெல்லாம் ஒரு சைடு. பட் இந்த ஏஜில் அப் டு டீன், அந்த 19 இயர்ஸுக்குள்ளே மனசில் நல்லது பதிஞ்சால் தான் பின்னாடி லைஃப் நல்லாயிருக்கும். அதுக்காக தான் இந்த ஆதிசங்கரா டேங்கிறத கொண்டாடி வருஷம் ஸ்கூலில் எல்லாம் செலிப்ரேட் பண்ணி, இந்த ஆதிசங்கர டே மூலமாக ஹூ இஸ் த ஹீரோ அப்படின்னு ஒவ்வொருத்தர் நம்ம வச்சுக்கணும். அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா ஆதிசங்கரா இஸ் த ஹீரோ. ஒற்றை மனிதர், சிங்கிள் மேனாக இருந்து காலடியிலிருந்து காஷ்மீரோட அந்த காலத்தில் எப்படி இருக்கும் பாதைகள், ரோடுகள்லாம் யோசிச்சு பாருங்கள். அதில் அவர் ட்ராவல் பண்ணியிருக்கார். அப்படிப்பட்ட ஆதிசங்கருடைய சாதனைகள் மிக அபாரம். ஒரு தனி மனிதனால் பண்ணவே முடியாது. அதனால் ஆதிசங்கரரை கடவுள்னு நம்ம வீட்டில் வச்சு கும்பிட்றத விட, ஆதிசங்கரர் எஸ் எ மேன் என்னெல்லாம் சாதனை பண்ணியிருக்கார், அச்சீவ்மெண்ட்ஸு, அம்மாவுக்கு எப்படி பண்ணியிருக்காரு, குருவோட எப்படி நடந்துட்டார், சிஷ்யர்கள் எப்படி தேர்ந்தெடுத்தார். இன்ஃபேக்ட் ஃபஸ்ட்டு இன்டகிரேட்டர் ஆஃப் த கண்ட்ரி இஸ் ஆதிசங்கரா பிஃபோர் வல்லபாய் பட்டேல். வல்லபாய் பட்டேலாம் சாப்பிட்றது ஃப்ரீடம். பிஃபோர் த ஃப்ரீடம் இன் 8th century he has integrated the whole பாரத். அதுவும் எப்படி, சண்டையா, வன்முறையா, அல்லது மதமாற்றமா, எதுவும் கிடையாது. ஒன்லி பை தர்க்கம். பேசி 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 உன்னோட கருத்துக்கள் கூற சொல்லு, என்னோட கருத்தை நான் சொல்கிறேன், யார் சரிங்கிறத பார்த்துப்போம். இது எவ்வளோ பெரிய விஷயம் யோசிச்சு பாருங்கள். மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்டில் நமக்கெல்லாம் ஃப்யூச்சரில் நம்ம நான் தான் ரைட்டுன்னு சொல்கிறோம், இல்லை சப்போர்ட்டிவாக யாருமே போகிறோம். பட் ஆதிசங்கரா எ சிங்கிள் மேன் போய் எல்லார்ட்டையும் இந்த தர்க்கங்கிறத ஒன்றை வச்சுட்டு, அவர் இல்லைன்னா நீங்கள் ஸ்லோகம் இல்லை, அவர் இல்லைன்னா சாஸ்திரம் இல்லை, அவர் இல்லைன்னா எப்படி வழிபடணும் என்றே தெரியாது. ஆகவே இப்படி சண்மத ஸ்தாபனத்தை உருவாக்கிய ஆதிசங்கரரை நாம் ஒரு ஹீரோ போல் வைத்துக்கொண்டு அந்த பேஸ்ட் ஆன் ஹிஸ் லைஃப் நம்ம நல்லது பண்ணுறோம். இந்த வருஷம் என்ன பண்ணுறோம்னா, பொதுவாக 10th, 11th, 12th இந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் தான். ஸோ வி ஹவ் பின் காலிங் அண்ட் தே ஆல்சோ ஆல் ஸ்கூல்ஸ் ஹவ் எக்ஸ்டெண்டட் தேர் ஃபுல் சப்போர்ட். பட் இந்த வருஷம் என்ன ஐடியா வந்ததுன்னா, எகைன் சன்னிதானம் மகாசன்னிதானத்தை கிருஷ்ணன் பேசும்போது 8th, 9th ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸையும் இன்வால்வ் பண்ணலாம். பிகாஸ் அவங்க இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் கூட யங்காக இருக்கிறதுனால இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் கூட நல்லாயிருக்கும். அந்த 10th, 11th மாதிரி ப்ரெஷர் வராதுங்கிறதுனால 8th, 9th ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டை எப்படி இன்வால்வ் பண்ணுறது, அவங்களுக்கு இந்த பிபிடி கொண்டு வரணுமா அப்படின்னு யோசித்து பார்க்கும்போது ஸ்கிட்டு கொண்டு வரலாம். நாடகம், ஆதிசங்கர் லைஃப். அது என்னென்னா, they will be forced to go through the entire ஆதிசங்கராஸ் லைஃப் ஹிஸ்ட்ரி. அதில் ஏதோ ஒரு போர்ஷன் எடுத்துட்டு ஆதிசங்கரை எப்படி அம்மாவுக்கு சேவ் பண்ணார், ஆதிசங்கர் எப்படி குருவை பார்த்தார், ஆதிசங்கர் எப்படி சிஷ்யனை இது பண்ணார், ஒவ்வொரு விஷயத்துலையும் பார்த்தோம்னா அப்படியே ஒரு பிரின்சிபல் ஆஃப் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட், ஹவு டு லிவ் ஆஸ் எ ஹியூமன் பீயிங் எல்லாம் வருது. ஐ எம் வெரி ஹாப்பி டு சே, நாட் அன் எக்ஸாஜரேஷன், each and every school அந்த 8th, 9th ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ஸ்கிட் they have come out with a very very successful way. ரொம்ப நல்லா பண்ணாங்க. என்னெல்லாமோ சென்னையில் ஐ திங்க் சங்கரா ஆர் பாரதிய வித்யாபவன் ஸ்கூலான்னு தெரியல, அதில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அந்த முதல்ல காலை பிடிக்கிறதுங்கிறதுக்கு ரேடார் ரோபோட் வச்சு ரொம்ப ஆச்சரியப்பட்டு, நாங்கள் இதுலேயே காலேஜ்லேயோ அல்லது எல்என்டி மாதிரி நான் கம்பெனியில் வேலை பார்த்தேன், அங்கே கூட இந்த க்ரியேட்டிவிட்டி வந்தது கிடையாது. ஆஃப்டர் ஆல் தேர் ஆல் 8th, 9th ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸு. ஸோ வி ஆர் ஆல் சர்ப்ரைஸ்டு. கோயம்புத்தூரில் கவர்மெண்ட் கேர்ள்ஸ் ஹை ஸ்கூலு, கோயம்புத்தூரில் கவர்மெண்ட் ஹை ஸ்கூல், அங்கே வந்து அன்னூர்னு ஒரு இடத்துல நான் போயிருந்தேன். அங்கே நான் தான் கிளாஸ் எடுக்க போனேன். எல்லாம் ஒரு சொல்லக்கூடாது, வறுமை அல்லது எளிமை, ஒரு வருமானத்திற்கு மிகவும் லோயர் கிளாஸ் தான் அந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸு. கவர்மெண்ட் ஹை ஸ்கூல் கேஜி இன்ஸ்டியூஷன் நடத்துகிறான். அந்த பிரின்ஸிபல், அந்த மேடம் ஃபுல் அண்ட் ஃபுல் கேர்ள்ஸ் தான். அவங்க பண்ணினது வந்து ரியலி ஆசம். நான் வந்து ஒரு உதாரணத்துக்காக சொல்கிறேன். அந்த ஆதிசங்கர் வரலாறு அவ்வளோ நல்லா படித்து ஒரு கேர்ள் வந்து அந்த ஃபுல்லாக கம்பேர் பண்ணி ஆதிசங்கர் லைஃப்பை வந்து இன்ட்ரோ பண்ணுறாங்க. அதாவது இப்போ வந்து நம்ம மெகா டிவியில், சன் டிவிலலாம் பண்ணுற மாதிரி அந்த அளவுக்கு ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட்டு. தட்ஸ் வாய் கிருஷ்ணன் யூஸ் டு சே, போகிறோமா ஒரு பிரார்த்தனை மாதிரி எவ்வளோ மார்க்கு அப்படி போகக்கூடாது. ரியலி கான் த்ரூ த ஹிஸ்ட்ரி ஆஃப் ஆதிசங்கரா என்னங்கிறது தெரிஞ்சுன்னு நம்ம அதை மாதிரி பண்ணணும். அதுதான் அந்த இம்பேக்ட் இருக்கணும். பட் ஐ எம் சீயிங் தட் இம்பேக்ட் ஃப்ரம் த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், எஸ்பெஷலி தேங்க்ஸ் டு த பிரின்சிபல், மென்டர்ஸ் அண்ட் ஆல் த டீச்சர்ஸ். ஸோ அவங்க நல்லா அவளுக்கு தான் சார் நீங்கள் கைத்தட்டணும். அவங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், டீச்சர், பிரின்சிபால் இல்லைன்னா எப்படி சப்போர்ட் பண்ண முடியும்? நாங்கள் இந்த மேடையில் உட்காந்து பேசிகிட்டே இருக்க வேண்டியதான். அடுத்த ஜென்ரேஷன், அதுவும் இன்றைக்கி இருக்கிற நிலைமையில் எங்கே திரும்பினாலும் அவ்வளவுமே அபாயம், டேஞ்சர். ரைட் ரூம் எங்கே போதை ஒரு பக்கம், டாஸ்மாக் ஒரு பக்கம், பத்திரிக்கை, மேகசின் அவ்வளவும் ஆபாசம். திரும்ப முடியும். நாங்கள்லாம் படிக்கும்போது ஒன்றும் இல்லை, ஏதோ ஒரு லவ் சீன் வந்தாலே பார்க்கக்கூடாதுமா, குமுதம் கையில் எடுத்தால் சத்தம் போடுவாங்க. இப்போ அது மாதிரி 100 times இதிலிருந்து மேக்கப் பண்ணி வீட்டிலேருந்து பேரண்ட்ஸ் அனுப்பிச்சு டீச்சர்ஸ் அண்ட் பிரின்சிபால் எவ்வளோ எஃபர்ட்ஸ் எடுத்தால் ஒரு நல்ல மாணவன் உருவாக்க முடியும். ஆகவே அதற்கு இந்த மாரல் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் மாதிரி தான் இந்த ஆதிசங்கரா. நான் கோயம்புத்தூர் ஸ்கூலில் சொன்ன மாதிரி அவ்வளோ நான் ஒரு சிம்பிள் பூர்ணாநதி எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொன்னாங்க. பூர்ணாநதி இந்த முதல்ல படிக்கிறதுக்கு, இந்த ஆத்தங்கரைங்கிறதுக்கு ப்ளூ கலரில் எல்லோரும் வெறுமனே அப்படி சாரி மாதிரி போடுவாங்க. அவன் நீளமாக கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 50 மீட்டர்ஸுக்கு பெரிய சாரியை அப்படியே காற்றுல ஆட வைக்கிற மாதிரியே காற்று, தூரக்கிருந்து பார்த்தா மெரினா பீச் மாதிரியே இருந்தது. அந்த அளவுக்கு அந்த ரிவரை கொண்டு வந்து, அந்த ரிவர் தான் நமக்கு தெரியணுங்கிறதுக்காக கையில் ஒரு பானையை வச்சுட்டு ஒரு பொண்ணு வந்து ஜலம் எடுத்துட்டு அந்த ஆத்தங்காரிருந்து ஜலம் எடுத்துன்னு நடந்து போகிற மாதிரி, இன்னொருத்தி வந்து ஆற்று கொண்டு போய் அந்த காலத்தில் பைப்பெல்லாம் ஆற்றுல கிடையாது இல்லையா, ஸோ அந்த ஜலத்தை கொண்டு ஆற்றுல விட்டுட்டு திரும்பி வந்து ரீஃபில் பண்ணுற மாதிரி, இந்த பக்கத்தில் வந்து அந்த கடலில் மீன் பிடிக்க, அந்த நதியில் மீன் பிடிக்கிற மாதிரி, அந்த மீனை ஊற்ற பொறிச்சு அந்த இடத்துல உட்காந்து விறகெல்லாம் வச்சு அடுப்பெல்லாம் வச்சு, என்ன க்ரியேட்டிவிட்டி! தட்டு ஒரு அன்னூருங்கிறது கோயம்புத்தூர்ந்து 35 கிலோமீட்டர் தள்ளி, இன்னமும் ரிமோட்டு தான். அது இன்னொரு முக்கியமான விஷயம். போன உடனே கேட்டேன், 250 ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டு, ஆதிசங்கரன்னா யாருன்னு தெரியுமான்னு கேட்டேன். நாட் ஈவன் ஏ சிங்கிள் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ரைஸ் தேர் ஹேண்ட். நீங்கள் வித்யாதீதா ஃபவுண்டேஷனில் இந்த புக்கை சொல்லி ஃபோனில் பிரின்ஸிபல்ட்டையும் மென்டர்ட்டையும் என்ன செய்யணும்னு சொன்னதுக்கப்புறம் தான் எங்களுக்கு ஆதிசங்கரரே தெரியும்னு சொன்னாங்க. அது ஒரு பக்கம் சேடு பார்ட்னா கூட, இன்னொரு பக்கம் வி ஆர் வெரி ஹாப்பி பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் மகாசன்னியானம் அண்ட் சன்னிதானம். We are reaching the remote schools also to know about Adishankara, to know about our Sanatana Dharma and to know the values of the life. ஸோ இவ்வளவு அருமையாக போய்கொண்டிருக்கிறது. கிருஷ்ணன் சார் கேட்டுக்கொண்ட மாதிரி ஸ்கூலுடைய சப்போர்ட் நிறைய வேணும். இந்த 20,000 இந்த வருஷம் அப்ராக்சிமேட்டாக, அடுத்த வருஷம் இட் ஷுட் பி 25,000-30,000. அப்போ தான் நல்லாயிருக்கும். நிறைய ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் நல்ல விஷயம் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். ஃபிசிக்ஸு, மேத்ஸு, பயாலஜியில் மார்க் வாங்கினா நல்ல போஸ்ட்டு கிடைக்கும், சம்பாதிக்கலாம். ஆனால் வாழ்க்கை கல்விங்கிறதுக்கு வேணுமானா நல்ல லிட்ரேச்சர் வேணும். ஆதிசங்கர் லைஃப் மாதிரி தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். அப்போ தான் லைஃப்பில் சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்க முடியும். 35 வயசுக்கு அப்புறம் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் வரும்போது ஆதிசங்கருடைய ஸ்லோகம் தான் கை கொடுக்கும். ஆகவே அதுக்கு நம்ம இப்போ இருந்தே பண்ணணும். இந்த வருஷம் ஜஸ்ட் ஃபார் தி சேக் ஆஃப் உங்கள் எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியப்படுத்தணுங்கிறதுக்காக இந்த ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜிக் சொல்கிறேன். ஆதிசங்கரா டே இன் தமிழ்நாடு ஃபார் த academic year 2024-25. சென்னை ஜூனியர் கேட்டகரி சென்னை 4,292, கோயம்புத்தூர் 1,414, ஈரோடு 335, கன்னியாகுமரி 364, மதுரை 509, நாகப்பட்டினம் 197, ராம்நாட் 197, சேலம் 695, தாஞ்சூர் 185, தூத்துக்குடி 173, திருப்பூர் 436, திருச்சி 338. And again senior category சென்னை 6759, கோயம்புத்தூர் 552, சென்னை டாப்ஸ் ஆல்வேஸ், ஈரோடு 77, கன்னியாகுமரி 355, மதுரை 327, நாகப்பட்டினம் 133, ராமேஸ்வரம் 42, ராம்நாட் 51, சேலம் 713, தாஞ்சூர் 190, தூத்துக்குடி 137, திருப்பூர் 282, திருச்சி 438, டோட்டல் 19,191. Nearly 20,000 students we have seen and we have gone through. and all they have done exceptionally well. இன்றைக்கி வந்து அவார்டு கொடுக்குறோம், ட்ராஃபி கொடுக்குறோங்கிறது வேறு விஷயம். பட் அகெயின் இட் இஸ் நாட் an எக்ஸாஜரேஷன். ரைட் ஃப்ரம் ஒரு ரிமோட் இருக்கிற ஸ்கூல்லேருந்து எல்லாமே இன்டெப்த்து படிச்சுட்டு இன்வால்மெண்ட்டோடு பண்ணினதுங்கிறது மிகப்பெரிய விஷயம். நல்லா கேட்டாங்க. அதில் நாங்கள் முடிஞ்ச உடனே கேட்ட கேள்விக்கெல்லாம் கூட பதில் சொன்னாங்க. ஸோ ஒன்ஸ் அகெயின் ஐ தேங்க் all the schools, principals, teachers, mentors, and also I wish Vidyatheertha Foundation should take it furthermore with the help of all the schools and the institutions and to make the ட்ரீம்னு சொல்லணும். இந்த ட்ரீம் நல்லா இருக்கணும்னு சன்னிதானம் விரும்புகிறாங்க. அதை சொல்லி இப்போ இருக்கிற ஜெனரேஷன் ஒரு நல்ல சிட்டிசனாக வந்து பெற்றோரை காப்பாற்ற வேண்டும், படித்த ஆசிரியர்களுக்கும் இன்ஸ்டியூஷனுக்கும் மதிப்பு கொடுக்க வேண்டும், நிறைவாக இந்த தேசத்தை மதிக்க வேண்டும். தேசியம் தெய்வீகம் இரண்டையும் இரு கண்களாக வைத்துக்கொண்டு இந்த மாணவர் மாணவியர் நன்றாக இருந்து இந்த பாரதத்தை மிக செழிப்பான உலகத்தின் மிக சிறப்பான தேசமாக மாற்ற வேண்டும் என்று கூறிக்கொண்டு வாய்ப்புக்கு நன்றி கூறி அமர்கிறேன். நன்றி. தேங்க்யூ. ஸ்ரீ குருப்யோ நமஹ.
It is our duty and great pleasure to honor the dignitaries on the dais, more specifically Sri Kumar, Sri Ram and Sri Vignesh. I will now request Sri Satyavagishwaran, the trustee Sri Vidyatheertha Foundation, to do the honors. I will request him to come over the stage. I will now request Sri Jayadev to come to the dais. And now he will honor Dr. Vignesh. I know we are running behind schedule. We'll try to make up as much as possible. And Mr. Krishnan made my job a bit easy by actually covering most of the introductions. So I'll try to make it very, very brief. I would now like to introduce once again Mr. Ram, who's an accomplished industrialist and a corporate advisor. He's advised more than 40 plus companies in India and abroad. He's the chairman and managing director of Wells Group of Companies. And he's an active member of several professional and service organizations, including the Rotary Club of Madras South and the Southern India Chamber of Commerce. He's very passionate about youth development, and he speaks frequently in several institutions promoting leadership, life skills, and personal growth. As Mr. Krishnan said, he's widely traveled, and as on date, the count is 22 countries. He is the vice president of Sri Anantha Swami Temple and has served for the growth of the temple from his very young days. And last but not the least, he has been blessed with the darshan of Sri Abhinava Vidyatheertha Mahaswamigal at a very young age and has the blessings of the three Jagadgurus Sri Sharada Peetam. And he is fortunate to have met Swami Shivananda early in life, which has helped him in shape a value-based life. I will now request Mr. Ram to deliver his speech.
Gurubhyo Namaha. Sri Kumar, former chairman of the LIC Corporation, Mr. Vignesh, Mr. Krishnan, who has been very kind to invite me for this function. I'm so delighted to be here. Principals of schools, teachers, and my dear students, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to be here among students and children because I started doing this at a very young age of about 28 to 30. At that age, when I was just started my business and I was getting into it. And we found that we were not able to get people who were really competent. They had big degrees, they had lots of marks, but they were not competent enough to come and take up any productive job. And that made me feel that I should dedicate from that time my life towards improving children so that they can be capable people, they'll contribute to society and be responsible and accountable for their actions. I found that this was the main traits that they had to imbibe. I was very fortunate to be a disciple of Swami Shivananda from the age of 10. And from him, I learnt a lot of things about what we should do from the formative years of a child. I'll straightway go into the topic because I've been given only 7 minutes. I'll put it in a very short form. I learnt that to be successful in life, we have to practice humility. Humility is the seed for growing our life in the right direction. Humility, if you practice, you control your ego, which is your biggest enemy in life. Your own ego is the one that lets you down. Ego creates anger, greed, hatred, and that takes you to negativity in life. And every time you get into negativity, it gives you more problems. And this is what the great saints and sages found, that if you reduce the negativity in you and increase the positivity, that means you start thinking more constructively, you change your habits, your ways of working, your talking, so you become more responsible for your actions as well as for your thoughts. Patanjali Maharishi gave us this process of life as to how one can make himself, guide himself in life and practice things in daily life which will take him to ultimate realities of life, which is self-realization. That is the ultimate. But then it's going to take us so many janmas, it's not going to be easy. So he said the first thing to do is eradicate negativeness in you. And that is yama. He gave 8 steps to reaching the ultimate in life. Yama is negative qualities, eradicate all the negatives in you. And for that he said, practice humility. Our great saints were thinking, how can we tell this to children and others who can easily understand, and how they can put it into practice in daily life? Is it enough if you know theoretically, you have knowledge about various things? Take anything in this world. What is it knowing the theory alone if you do not know how to apply it? It has absolutely no value for you. And therefore, whatever we learn, we should put ourselves in an area where we learn things that we are interested in so that we can excel in that area. But you need the basic qualities to develop. So Yama is eradicate negatives, and for that they gave us Namaste, which is a form of greeting in our culture. What is Namaste? When you say Namaste, you put your hands together and bow down and humble yourself. And that is practice of humbleness. You humble yourself. They thought you won't have time otherwise to sit down and meditate. We can say you must meditate, practice yoga, do this, do that, but then that's not going to help you. That won't give you enough time to practice all these things. So they said, make it as a form of greeting. So when they said namaste, they humbled themselves. And not only that, they said that God is there in everyone and the whole world accepts it. That God is there in everyone. Take Muslims, Christians, any culture. They all say God is there in everyone. Now, when you say namaste and humble yourself, pray to the God in the other person. If you pray to that God, you will not do anything wrong to the other person. You will not think anything wrong. And this is for world peace. Imagine the entire 6.5 billion people in this world practice humility by greeting others. They'll reach the highest, they'll have the highest seed for growing in life, which will take them from negativity to positivity. The other thing he said was, if when you get rid of negative things, the next one is niyama, disciplines. So he said 6 things: yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana. So these are 6 things, like 6 subjects for us in school. You have maths, physics, chemistry, right? So like that you have 6 subjects which you've got to study and increase your knowledge year by year to ultimately become an expert in the subjects, and gives you the basic foundation for life through that education. So here he has given us 6 items of subjects that we will have to practice in everyday life. So one is yama, eradicate negatives in you. 2 is instill disciplines, niyama. 3 is practice of asanas. The asana, the yogic exercises gives you the right thing to get your physical fitness. Because yoga and life is not for the weak. You have to be strong in body. It's not enough if you're strong in your body, you should be mentally strong also. So pranayama. They said by practice of pranayama, you can control the mind. When you're trying to put a needle, a thread through a needle eye, you keep on trying. If it doesn't go in, what happens? After 5-10 minutes, you put it down, and then you take a deep breath. Why? Because you're concentrating, and then when you concentrate, the respiration comes down, right? So when you control the breath, vice versa, if you control your breath, you can control the mind. And that is pranayama, practice of pranayama. So 1, negatives to be taken off. 2, instill disciplines and virtues. 3, practice of asanas for mind fitness, for body fitness, keeping yourself physically and mentally fit, and pranayama for controlling the mind. So these are basic things that is necessary for you to put into practice in daily life. And that is why it said yoga in daily life. Yoga is nothing but taking yourself towards the truths of life, realizing the truths of life, implementing it in your life, and taking the advantages of it, both for material prosperity and then for spiritual progress. Material prosperity will give you a lot of wealth, but I'm sure it will not give you happiness, because you are attached to the wealth that you have. Today you want to make 10 crores is your turnover. Tomorrow you want to make it 100 crores, not even 20 crores. You want to make it 100 crores. So desire keeps going on. And desire makes you work so hard that you think that you're earning for yourself and you're becoming a big man. You can say, I'm the richest man in the world, but is he happy at all? He's not. So how can he be happy and still have the money? Practice Maharishi's Yoga Sutra. So then you will be able to control desires, attachments. Yama, negative things, install virtues. Practice, keep the body fit. Keep the mind fit and bring it under your control by practice of pranayama. And then dharana. Dharana is you detach yourself from whatever is there around you. But at the same time, you do your duty for duty's sake. Then you practice dhyana. So when you have these things already, your mind is under control, your body is fit, and then you will be able to do your meditation, dhyana. Or rather, dharana, not dhyana. Dhyana comes next. So when intensity of meditation and mind control comes to a certain level, then you get into dhyana. Dhyana is concentrated meditation. And the final stage is you reach the samadhi state. And this is the process of evolution that Patanjali Maharshi put in a very short form for people to understand it. So what is it? What is the root of progress in life and to conduct our lives better and to be successful in whatever we do in this world, whatever endeavors we undertake, is practice of humility. Because humility is the key that kills the captain of all negativity, which is ego. If you kill ego, anger, greed, hatred, and all that go by the roadside. You throw them out. And when you practice disciplines, it will take you into positive ways of working and living. So without which, without doing all these 6 steps and putting into practice in daily life and increase your levels of positivity, only then we will be able to do what we want and reach positive things that you can do positively, and then reach the goals which you may have set for yourself in life, to be successful in life, but at the same time, you will be happy. What makes you feel happy even though you have a lot of wealth? You may have expectations, but when you don't, you control your expectations. You don't come and say, if you have a lot of wealth, you don't get attached to it because you're practicing detachment every day. So when you're not attached to the wealth, you will do whatever is necessary to earn money and be successful in life. But because of the positive qualities that you have, you will help others, you will share it with others. You'll not only share the wealth that you have, but the knowledge that you get, the experience that you get. And you get value only when you share your knowledge and wealth. And that gives you happiness in life. You earn a lot of money, but you must learn how to be positive in your thinking and detached. But at the same time, do your duty for duty's sake. You don't leave your duty. Each one has got certain karmas to do every day, from nitya karmas to naimitya karmas. So if you put these things into practice in daily life, and that is why you formulate a process of meditation, process of practice of yoga. And in every day of your life, whatever you do, try to bring in humility first. Because humility is the seed to attain the ultimate. Because that will take you. It's like if you have a good seed, it will grow into a good tree. If you want to grow corn and you plant a cactus seed, what will happen? You'll get only chedi. So the seed must be a good seed, and that is the seed for growth in our life is practice of humility. Just now people are saying that he is so humble, and that shows how he was able to reach the heights that he has done today in his life. A humble person will be able to grow, and at the same time he will be of use in sharing his views, his wealth and everything else. He will share, and that is what will give him real value for what he has got or achieved. So these 6 subjects like math, physics and chemistry, you have yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara and dharana. These are 6 things, like 6 subjects that you've got to learn every day and practice every day. How much of time do you spend in studying all these subjects? So this is also like in life, if you practice these things continuously, and then you will have a continuous development in the way you live, the way you think. So you grow from negativity to positive again. And that is the crux of life. When does an input for a child start? Can anyone tell me? When does a child start learning, or when does it get its first inputs? Pardon? In the womb. Exactly. It starts from the time of conception. What are the stories that tell us that fact? There's something that tells us the fact that its education for a child starts from the time it is born, from the time it is generated, gested. Abhimanyu, he was able to learn warfare when you were in the stomach. So it tells us that story, whether it happened or not, is not our concern. Correct? It is the principle that is contained there. That is what is important. The fact of life that is explained there, that the child's input starts even before it is born. And it can be, the inputs can be to the extent of even teaching warfare. There's one more person that from the time before he was born, he got inputs from Narada. Who got that input? Prahalada, yeah. Fine. Right. So these are all stories, whether it happened or not, it doesn't matter. It's like in school, you read physics and the teacher tells you, Archimedes got into a tub, suddenly he shouted Eureka and ran down the streets. This I learned it when I was in school, when I learned my first physics lessons. I've still not forgot it because it is connected with the story of Archimedes. The story is that he got into a tub, he found that water was displaced, and then he brought out the theory of displacement, which is one of the basic things in physics. So like that, the great rishis have said whatever happened in the olden days, in the great days, whether it happened or not, Ramayana for example, the life of Rama, the life of Krishna, these are all stories. But the main thing is we must go into the details of the pearls of wisdom that it contains. Every aspect in the story has lessons for us to take in daily life. That's why I said an ounce of practice is better than a ton of research. So from today, make up your mind that you will practice humility. And then you will be on the highway to success in life. It takes you straight to the highway of success. Because that is the root of everything. You take all the stories, everything tells you about humility. How Rama was humble, and how he gained the appreciation and admiration of all the people there, of his people. And not only of his people, of who went against him, his enemies also. And these are all stories that tells us the facts of life from which we have got to learn and put into practice. There is no point in knowing all these things, but we must put those principles into practice for your own life as it applies to you. So the 6 things I'm putting into practice in daily life. The 6 things first is Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyaharana, and Dharana. These 6 things you have to study, put into practice in daily life. Get knowledge about it and then put it into practice and find out ways and means as to how you can implement it effectively for yourself. And that will take you to higher levels of mental and physical discipline, which is dhyana, which will enable you to do dhyana or control the body and the mind. So I wish the children all the very best. Congratulations to all the award winners. I pray to Lord Antapadmanabha to bless them with all divine aishwaryas and divine grace, to the divine grace to be with them right through their lifetime, to guide them and bring them to success in all their endeavors. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Really words of wisdom which we need to definitely understand and practice. We'll now introduce the president of today's evening, Mr. Kumar, former chairman of LIC. He is currently non-executive chairman of Aurobindo Pharma and also appointed as the non-executive chairman of Bank of India for 3 years. He holds a MSc in physics from Meerut University and is a certified associate of Indian Institute of Bankers, CAIIB. In a career spanning more than 3.5 decades, he has had the unique privilege of heading 3 zones of LIC of India, the Southern Zone, the North Central Zone and Northern Zone, headquartered at Chennai, Kanpur and Delhi respectively. During his tenure, several initiatives were rolled out for the benefit of the employees, and he has rich experience having worked across India. He is an avid reader. He considers people to be the biggest assets of the organization and firmly believes in tapping their potential and giving them the space to grow as a multifold effect on the organization as well. He lives by the adage, there is no substitute for hard work and sincerity, and if there is any substitute, it is more hard work and more sincerity. Requesting Mr. Kumar to deliver his address. I am given to understand that he is the only chairman to have been given an extension of tenure as well.
Good evening, everyone. Mr. Ram, Mr. Vignesh, Mr. Krishnan, other organizing committee members of Vidyatheertha Association, teachers, students, parents, friends. I promise you one thing, that I will not take much time. Because when people have worked so hard to reach here, they are looking forward to that eureka moment that Mr. Ram was talking about. But I would like to share some of the experiences that I've had working for LIC, working for... So like you, once upon a time I was a student, right? So I will try to make this a little interactive. We know we have question answer session, but I would request students to come forward. What is it you like best about school? Can you tell me? Anybody? Anything you can say. It's an open session. Okay, another question. How many of you who are in the 12th standard, how many of you are in the 12th standard? Just raise your hands. Okay. How many of you have studied in the same school from the beginning till 12th standard? Very nice. Very nice. So I will tell you my experience. I was the old batch of 11-year schooling those days. CBSE ended at 11. I was the last batch. The batch after me had to study one more year. And I studied 11 years of school. Can you guess how many schools I studied? Huh? I studied my 11-year school in 7 schools all over the country. So when I see people like you,
He studied
9. So studying from LKG to 12th standard in the same school, having a good friendship with a lot of friends, friends for life, I would say. Somehow I never had that. Because God had ordained that my father would travel all over the country, and then that I would travel all over the country. But so it is. But let me tell you one thing. Going around the country, like, no comparison. We are nowhere compared to Shankaracharya ji, but going around the country makes a difference. For Shankaracharya ji, it made a difference to the people. For people like us, it makes a difference to us. To learn, to absorb, to understand what people of India in different regions think about. What do people in Uttar Pradesh think about Tamil Nadu? What do people in West Bengal think about people here? Are we connected or not as a country? So the answers to these things I got traveling across the country, not only in studying, but in working also all over the country. My wife is here. Though she was lucky enough to study most of her life in Chennai, except for 2 years in Delhi, she has also traveled with me all over the country. There are a lot of experiences. I am not going to go into all of those things. You are all reached a level where you're all going to work from a school, and you're going to go to a college environment. From there on, you're going to go to a corporate environment. So when I entered corporate environment in the year 1983, I joined LIC. We were trained in Mumbai. One of our faculty members had a very interesting thing he did. So there is something called practical training which I had in Madurai. And he would send postcards. Those days there was no Insta, WhatsApp, messaging, nothing. He used to send a postcard asking about how are you, Kumar, are you, how do you find the office, the branch, etc., etc. He will send it to everybody. The last he will add 2 words before he signed off. And those 2 words were, be yourself. Be yourself. What did he mean? I used to think, and then when we came back again to Mumbai, I asked him. He said, very simple. We often try to do what the friend sitting next to us is doing. If my friend says, I'm going to do electronics engineering, I will say, I will also want to do. So he said, just be yourself. Think about what you want to do in life. Think about where you want to reach in life. That will make you a self-confident person instead of depending on, supposing something goes wrong with the person you're following. You can't blame anyone but yourself. But if you say, I will follow what I want to do, I think that will make you a better person. Just an idea that I thought I should share with you. Already speakers before me have spoken about, Mr. Ram especially, about a sound body and a sound mind. You have to train your mind consistently and constantly. Because the things are changing globally so much that what is true today may not be true tomorrow. Being good citizens, I'm sure all of you are good citizens, but going forward, things are going to be more and more challenging. Whatever challenges you're facing in 12th standard, the challenges will be quite different in the college, in the campus. Maybe you're going to be from a day scholar of 12 years in the same school, you may be a hostel student after a few years. Things will be different for you. Somebody before me spoke about integrity. Can any one of you tell me what is integrity? In one line. What is integrity? Anybody? Come on, all of you have won prizes, quiz competition, this, that. You have reached here with a lot of effort. What is integrity? Come, raising. Yes, please, somebody. How stable you are. Okay, anybody else who says this is correct, but it can also be said differently? What does integrity mean? Yes, sir. Being fair. Okay. Yes, madam? Doing the right thing when no one is watching. Fantastic. Thank you. Exactly the answer I wanted. People think integrity is something that putting on a show, that I am, I'm very good, I'm a spiritual man, I'm a good person. All this you should do when nobody is watching, like she said. Only then it means you have integrity. And integrity is not only in the school, in the college, in the office, it's at home, it's everywhere. Integrity is not only about work, integrity is about relationships. And that is what is most important for all of us. And I will add something to what Madam said. When you do something when nobody is watching, fine, that is integrity. It also says, I have read, when you do something and you do something right, act as if the whole world is watching. When you do something, act as if the whole world is watching. That will instill in you a feeling of what? You are a good person, you're really good, and you mean to be good. Before I sign off, we are going to have question answer session. We will speak more there. Mr. Krishnan may remember, we had a zonal manager in LIC here, Mr. D.S. Narayan. You may remember. I was a branch manager those days. So once in a way, if you get a letter from zonal manager, a very big thing. A review letter, how well you are doing. Like your report card, we also used to get report card. See, report cards will never go away. Let me tell you. It will be there for the entire life. Report cards are there everywhere. It doesn't end with school. It doesn't end with college. So he used to write, what have you done? Have you done this well, not well? In the end, can you tell me something? What he could have said at the end? At every letter, he will say the same thing. Okay. He used to say, you can do what you want, comma, with what you already have. You can do what you want with what you already have, provided you know what you want. You understand? Teachers must be telling you this every day. I'm just putting it in different words. You can do what you want. People say, I don't have this, I don't have that. No, you can do whatever you want with whatever you have, provided you know what you want. With this, friends, I will close the session. I wish you all the very best. Congratulations to the winners and to the teachers who made you win. All the best to you in your lives. Let's hope that you continue to work this hard, continue to win prizes all the way right up to the end till you retire like me. Thank you very much. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir. That was a super presidential address. I think it deserves a round of applause. I will give a very brief introduction of Mr. Vignesh, who's learned Carnatic music under Sri Delhi Kumar, who himself was a disciple of Sangeeta Kalaniti, Madurai Sri T.N. Seshagopalan, and he has learnt Harikatha from Kalaimamani Srimati Vishaka Hari under the spiritual guidance of Sri Sri Krishna Premi Swamigal. He's performed month-long Harikatha online series for 15 hours on Sri Ranga Mahatmyam for Sri Lakshmi Temple, Bengaluru. He is also performing Sampradaya Bhajans. He also gives Bhagavata Saptaha Upanyasams and performs special programs for Sri Shankara TV and Peppers. He is not going to speak. He will be answering a few of your questions. So I think one of the interesting portions of today's evening is the interactive session. And we have got a few questions from quite a few students, and we have shortlisted what we thought was very relevant to all of us. Mike, I will read the question. Sorry? Okay, I will request the student to actually ask the question. The first question has been asked by Dushyant Sanjeev, Modern School. Dushyant Sanjeev, so you have a question? Yeah. Walter. And this question is to Mr. Kumar.
Namaste, sir, and students and teachers present here. The question I have is, when we have a work in our hand, we think that let's do this in another day. So how do we prevent these procrastinations and reduce laziness?
Thank you, Dushyant. Sit down, sir. What is procrastination? Can anyone define procrastination? Anybody? It is interactive, so I want many people to speak. Yeah. Tomorrow. Right. Thank you. Do all of you watch IPL matches whenever you get time? Huh? Hey, who watches regularly? Only CSK or other teams also? Huh? All teams. Do you? Yes. No, it's okay. Let us see. Do you decide, I will watch not the game today, but I will watch it tomorrow? Not possible, huh? Why? Because it is not live, right? So when we can't put off watching an IPL match, today there is a CSK match, sit down, I know it. We do not postpone it because we think I have to see it. This is important for me. This is something I cannot miss. Yes or no? So procrastination is only a symptom It is not a problem, it is a symptom. You have to train your mind, like I was saying. You have to train your mind to do things at the right time. Things have to be done at the right time. You can't procrastinate school timing. You think about all the things you cannot procrastinate. Then you will come to realize that procrastination is, as I said, not a disease, but it comes because of your thinking. If you need to do it now, you will do it now. Imagine all these TV broadcasters, newscasters and all these people, they have no time. The world will not wait for you, please remember. Nobody is going to wait for you. If you procrastinate and nobody else is procrastinating, you are going to be the person left behind. And therefore, it is important, definitely, that you never put off for tomorrow what you can do today. That is what the old adage says. Thank you, Dushyant. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from Sanjay Krishna, again from Modern Senior Secondary School. Has he come? Sanjay, has he come? Okay, I will basically shoot the question again to Mr. Kumar. He says, sir, you have raised to great heights from a humble beginning. You would have faced many challenges. Which one was the most difficult and how did you overcome the same?
I already gave you one when I was speaking, that I studied 7 schools to complete my 11-year schooling. What can be worse than that? Right? And challenges were many. You are all in school, all of you have challenges. You still have your final exams are over, yes or no? Final exams are over? Over. 12th is over. Now there's a question of admission, so everybody goes through the process. Once human being is born in this world, he has to go through that process. How you look at that process, how you derive delight out of the process is more important than the end. How you live your life day to day is more important than how your life is going to end finally. There are several challenges. I cannot tell you. So many. Okay, I'll tell you one. It's not really a challenge, it's an incident. I was posted to Kolkata from the year 2006 to 2008. I had to travel often to a place called Guwahati. You heard of Guwahati? You've heard of Jorhat? Jorhat, you heard of Jorhat? Anybody? So before I was actually posted there, I was sent on an exercise to interview people for promotion to this place called Jorhat. We reached by flight from Calcutta, I think on a Thursday. Thursday I reached. There was nobody at the airport. And there were only 3 people in the flight. The big, not a small flight, big flight. Only 3. So when I landed, one gentleman, very good of him, I thank him all my life. He came to pick me up. I said, why nobody is around? He said, sir, here this is always Naxalite area. You know, Assam, Jorhat is in Assam, number 1. Number 2, he said, sir, tomorrow is Independence Day. I said, I know that, so what? So generally on Independence Day, things will become very rough. So I said, is it safe? He said, sir, it is very safe. He took me to the hotel. He introduced to one boy, small boy, young fellow. He said, sir, you have to remain in this hotel for 3 days. I said, why 3 days? Sir, tomorrow is Independence Day. Saturday is Saturday, Sunday is Sunday. So in Hindi, he said, 3 din aapko bahar nahi aana hai. So what will I do for 3 days? Sir, interview is on Monday only. For 3 days, sir, you can watch India-West Indies test match on TV. This boy will bring you breakfast, lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner, breakfast. I couldn't get out of that room. Isn't it a challenge? Yes or no? Okay. What more challenge you want? Then another trip I went, one of the branches, these are all areas which are terror prone. So there was a branch in Guwahati division. So it's a long way by road, 2.5 hours. Nothing on the road, typical. So we went and sat there. You know, it's a small branch. All of you have gone to a bank? LIC branch is like a bank branch. Small branch manager room, one cashier, 10-15 people working. So because I was a regional manager from Calcutta, I sat in the branch manager's room. We had a small meeting. And then finally somebody came running and said, sir, we have to go immediately. Why? He said, now, so whenever there's trouble or terrorist movement attack, imminent, army trucks will be deployed. And whichever car is going long distance, the army truck will come along with that. So we have to go with the army truck, sir, otherwise we have to stay here for the night. So I said, chalo, let's go. We left. 1 hour after we left this place, I got a call, though mobile was active those days, I'm talking about 2006. They said, where I was sitting, this is a branch manager, let's say table, this is this chair. Below the chair, they found a bomb. So these are incidents, you know, she used to get very worried. She was in Chennai with the children. But these are challenges in life, you should not worry about it. If something, it didn't, they found they diffused it. So somewhere somebody has said, if something has to go wrong, it will. There's nothing you can do about it. But be prepared for that nothing is going to go wrong. Work hard, live your life happily, and maybe nothing will go wrong. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir. The next question is to Mr. Ram, and it's from Akash of Modern Senior Secondary School. Akash, please come over. And I'll request next P. Danesh of Modern Senior to be ready. Next.
Sir, namaste, sir. So, how to overcome overthinking in life, sir? If meditation is the only solution for this, it's only getting more complicated. So, could you please help us on this topic?
What do you mean by overthinking?
So, getting stressed about upcoming exams. As students, we all get stressed about
So that means
exams.
you go into a mode of stress
Yes, sir.
when you overthink.
Yes.
But is that good for you?
No.
No. Then how can you prevent it?
So,
What
meditation.
is it that creates stress in you? Because the worry that you have.
Um,
Now, if you overcome your worry, you get over the fear. Practice it. I'm sure you'll make it.
Thank you, sir.
I'll just add something. So, no, it's okay. You sit down. No problem. So, stress has a lot of reasons, you know. Maybe it is a pressure of studying, pressure of exam, pressure of so many things. One thing that avoids stress is that love what you're doing. You love what you're doing. If you're studying and if you feel that you're slightly weak in a particular subject, work on that subject. You master it. You tell yourself. That's why I said train your mind. You have to tell yourself. Nobody will tell you. Tell yourself that I can do this. And once you do that, the stress will go away. It will go away. It will vanish. You don't have to worry about it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sirs. Dhanesh, the question is to Mr. Vignesh.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
I am not able to practice any good or ideal habits regularly. How can I be consistent?
You cannot. Can you repeat the question again?
I am not able to practice any good or ideal habits regularly. How can I be consistent?
Ideal habits. Ideal habits as in for your school or on general basis?
Generally, sir.
On general basis. Okay. You want to get up early. ஏதோ கார்த்தால சீக்கிரம் எழுந்துக்கணும் ஏதோ ஒரு ஹேபிட் அந்த மாதிரி கிரியேட் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா அதோடைய பர்பஸை பின்னாடி யூ திங்க் அபவுட் தி பர்பஸ் ஹவு வாட் இட் ஹேஸ் யூ வாண்ட் டு ரீட் யூ வாண்ட் டு ஸ்டடி யூ வாண்ட் டு டூ சம்திங் யூ வாண்ட் டு ப்ராக்டிஸ் ஸோ ஜஸ்ட் திங்க் அபவுட் தி எஃபெக்ட் தட் இஸ் கோயிங் டு கிரியேட் ஆன் யூ திங்க் அபவுட் தி சேஞ்சஸ் தட் ஆர் கோயிங் டு அக்கர் ஃபார் யூ அதனால என்னென்னலாம் பிரயோஜனங்கள் இருக்குது அப்படிங்கிறத யோசிச்சா அதனால என்னெல்லாம் பயன்கள் இருக்குது அப்படிங்கிறத யோசிச்சா மேபி தட் கேன் மோட்டிவேட் யூ that can help you come out of the habit or the cycle that like procrastination or illa you're not able to become consistent about the work that you want. You just think about the outcome that is going to come. what you're going to enjoy tomorrow from it. Adha nenachana maybe you can motivate, self motivation, or the enjoyment that you're going to, the pleasure that you get out of it, that can motivate yourself, and that will be a best thing that can boost yourself by doing it. Aduve the best idea.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
To add, sorry, I'm adding to everybody's whatever they're saying. I just feel like okay. So again, this is a symptom. Stress is a symptom. Okay. Now, how many of you who have won prizes and are getting it today were confident of coming here? Raise your hands. Raise. What? Okay. Others may not be. So what psychologists say is that when you enter a contest, imagine that you have already won, right? Imagine that you have already won. You won it, it's over. Prize, the ceremony is over, even before you have started working on it. That gives a lot of inner strength to you, that it's something that I already won, why should I worry about? That stress can also go away. One way of de-stressing is that I've already won. But some people tell me, say, if I imagine I won, the stress increases. So that should not happen. Imagine that, yes, you are the ideal person, you're the fittest person, that you're going to win this. You imagine you're going on stage, you're getting the prize, all that has already happened. It is the past, not the future. That makes it better for you. All the best.
Thank you. Anushri from Shankara. Anushri from Shankara. That's a direct question to Mr. Kumar. Like whistle out of turn kekra mali. Whistle a pass bola nahi kekra. Direct question karo.
Yes, come.
Namaste, sir. My question is that suppose we have a particular goal in life, can we bend the rules to our convenience just to achieve our goal? That's my question.
Okay. Right. So you're talking about integrity again, which I already spoke. Please sit down. I think what you mean is bending the rules for a good cause. Is it right or wrong? Have I got the question right?
Correct.
Bending the rules for a good cause. Okay. So what they say, if you read, there are many articles on this, that if you have to bend a rule and out of 100 people, say 80 to 90 people are benefited by this, maybe it is not a harm. But if you are bending a rule to ensure that one out of the 100 person is going to benefit out of it, that is obviously not fair. It's a question of fairness, it's a question of integrity. Sometimes you have to choose. Lord Krishna has said, no, it's very difficult to choose what is right and what is wrong. But you will be called upon as adults in the future to make that decision, to make that call, especially in a corporate world where it is happening all the time. And this is very important, a question that you have asked. But please remember, sticking to your goals or the rules and the mind is very important. It doesn't mean you break the rules. You don't have to. Let me give an example. You're on a road, there's an accident, you have a car, you find that the person can be taken to hospital in time to save him or her. Fine, you'll do it, yes or no? Okay, now the question is, will you break the signal and do it? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
So that is what I was trying to say. So it is for the greater good. If you're taking a decision, breaking a rule for the greater good, yes, but very rare. Be careful with this. Thank you.
The next question is from Kaushik Narayan from SRDF Vivekananda Vidyalaya, and it is to Mr. Vignesh.
Namaste, sir. So I just finished 12th and I'm trying to pursue engineering for my college degree. And I'm confused about what stream I should choose because in the world a lot of streams are going in and out of relevancy. CS used to be very relevant, but now AI is taking over. So what should I pick as my stream? What should I look for in a stream that I'm...
What are you passionate about?
Right now it's more electrical.
What do you like the most? While you were reading or while you were studying in 12th or previously in the classes, what were you passionate about in doing? Because most of the engineers take up either cinematography after engineering and go to media. Also, it is like changing streams. Engineers don't enter into these streams that what they read. It is not the current situation as it was 20 years before. So what are you passionate about?
I'm passionate more about electrical building components, modules for...
Right, you are passionate about electrical, electronics, buildings. So yeah, you can choose electrical and electronic engineering based on it. You can just think about what are you really passionate about, whether you really want to go into engineering. I'm not just confusing you. I think about whether you really want to go into engineering or whether your heart says that you have to follow this. Because it is always the fight between the heart and the mind, which says, each says differently, and it is very difficult to follow either of it. So you have to know that the current situation is that the education alone is going to not be the survival for your survival. It's not just the one thing that determines your survival. There are several other things, as said by people here. There is values. There are even more than the passion that drives you, that makes you feel alive. So that is what is more important than the education factor. Education is also a very vital, pivotal role in your life. But more than that, the passion that you have and the values that you possess, that are more important than than whatever that you are trying to reach, the goal. So yeah, just think about how you want. If you are very passionate about electrical and electronic, go about it. And you can take electrical and electronic engineering. Sky is the limit. You can do MS, you can do so many things, you can do research. There are so many fields that are open for you. So that thing that you are very passionate about, which will automatically drive you. You don't have to go follow behind it. You don't have to run behind it. When you are going in the path that you are passionate about, it will automatically take you. Mark my words. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Next is from Vidya of Shankara School. A question from Vidya from Shankara School to Mr. Ram.
Namaste. So my question is, so you we have freedom, right? Our Shastras and Puranas and all say that we have freedom to control ourselves. Like you said, be yourself. So, but is there a limit to this freedom? Like, is there a point where this freedom, there is something which controls us, which we just can't do on our own?
Yeah, I think freedom, if it is used in the right sense and the right perspective, it takes you to better heights of life, in whatever aspect of life. Freedom is required for you to progress, but not to get into problems. Right? Use it as a means towards achieving ends. Don't use the freedom for doing negative things. And that will take you to whatever destination you want to in life. Yeah. Because freedom you will get sometimes, freedom you don't get sometimes. And if you don't get freedom sometimes, you feel very bad. It affects you, right? I want to go and play games, you're not allowed. They ask to sit down and study. Right? So you want freedom to go for yourself to go and do things that you would like. And this is the greatest problem today in our education system, where more importance is given for getting marks, not for learning the things that we need for life. Most important thing is we need a good health. So you must go for games. I used to play games during my younger days. 3 to 6 was hard games. and when I come back, I'll be sweating as if I was under the shower. And that strengthened all my inner organs. Today I'm 80, and I feel as if I'm still in college. Yeah, we all feel like that now, because we have used our freedom right. Thank you. Anything else you would like to ask?
No.
Follow-up question you can ask. Follow-up.
Next is from Meenakshi of Shankara School. It's to Mr. Kumar.
Namaste sir, I'm Meenakshi. My question is, what is the role of emotions and reason in decision making?
Emotions and decision making.
Yes.
Emotions and reason.
And reason. Okay. Please,
And
sit down, please.
does one take precedence over the other? That is also something she's asked.
Emotion and
Emotions and reason in decision making.
reasons.
Yes sir.
Okay. Okay. Please sit down. Can you rephrase the question differently? What you're wanting to know? I can't understand.
Sir, so emotions or reason, does something precede over the other? Is something more important than the other?
In
In
emotions.
decision making.
In decision making.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. Thank you. So, friends, very good question. Taking decisions is very difficult. All our life, we have to take decisions. Yes or no? Okay. How many of you have found taking decisions difficult? Okay. Many of you? Right. So, a friend before her asked Mr. Vignesh, what should I select for college, for engineering? Which subject should I go for? So, I wanted to say then, but I kept quiet. But emotions are very important. At the same time, when you want to take a decision, and this is what I follow, I'm not saying necessarily you should follow. In taking a decision, I go with my heart, not with my mind sometimes. That always works for me. For me, it works. Because somebody will tell you that as per this, as per this, as per your background, as per your whatever you've studied, you should go for this particular, course. The mind is convinced. Yes, logically, this is correct. But my heart says no. Correct? So I go with my heart. But I cannot tell you to do the same. So you will have to decide whether to go when in controlling or emotions, go with your heart or go with the reasoning, or go. So reasoning is mind, basically. So go with your mind or go with your heart. It's in your hands, ultimately.
Thank you, sir. I'll request Vyom Ramesh from Bhavans. Vyom is not in. I will ask the question on his behalf. What is the difference between Itihasa and Purana? This is to... Is there? Vyom, please come.
Namaste sir, I'm Tejas Nath of Bhavans Rajaji Vidyashram. So my question is that what is the difference between Itihasa and Purana?
It's to Mr. Vignesh. Difference between Itihasa and Purana.
So what are the itihasas that you know, the famous itihasas?
Famous Itihasas.
Ramayana and Mahabharata. So the Puranas constitute about 18 in number and the itihasas are in 2 number. So what are the major differences that the Puranas have many lakshanas or characteristics, as in they have 10 characteristics, they have 5 characteristics to be named as a Purana. So Bhagavatam says there are 10 characteristics. Let me stick on to the 5 characteristics that basically all the Puranas follow. It should have the a detailing about the creation, destruction. It should have stories of the lords that was taken during different times, during different manvantaras. It should have the life histories of great kings who have followed the path of dharma and have inspired people who have contributed for the society. It is not just Puranas are not just old stories. Pura api navam, which means even though it is an old story, it is new. It has a lot of values for the current society. So even though it is a history is not something that has to be neglected. History can repeat itself. That is what we are learning. The history that we are learning in school, it does not have to be very relevant for the life that we are taking up. But as such, history, the Indian history, the rich Indian history which we are supposed to read, that we are not studying, the Indian history that has a lot of values that can teach us. So that has so much things. So all this Purana Kathas, as we had listened earlier, Ramayanam is not just a story. Ramayanam has so many values. Ramayanam, where you were all asking so many questions, how to face pressure, how to face anxiety. Do you think Rama is a no lesser person to have faced so much anxiety and pressure? The day before he was called by his father that you will be crowned as a prince, and the day after he was called that you are chucked out of the kingdom, you don't have anything, you're not supposed to stay here, you have to go to forest. How much pressure it would have been for Rama, how much anxious he would have been. Imagine the situation that he would have underwent. But it is described that Rama was calm. Rama was calm and he was composed. He knew what would happen. He was not happy when his father announced that he would be crowned. He did not go into depression when his father announced that he will not be crowned the next day. He was calm and composed. He knew that this kingdom would not determine whom I am. And he was not disturbed when his brother was supposed to be crowned. He did not say, I was being cheated. That is how one would react if that would have happened in this current situation. He would have told that I have been cheated by my parents, that I was supposed to be crowned and they promised me and they have now taken away the kingdom that I am supposed to get it. Rama even says the people of Ayodhya, and he says, whatever love and respect that you have for me, just keep the same love and respect for Bharata. Who will say like this? Who will say like this? So that are the values that we are supposed to take from Rama Avatara. It is not something that had happened millions and millions of years ago. The values are still relevant. Brotherhood is still important. You have to, still the father-son relationship is important. Still the friendship is important. The friendship does not come with the equal status that we move on with. Guha was a forest dwelling person. He was a hunter. Rama never ever cared that he is a hunter. I am a king. I am a son of a prince. I am son of a great king, Dasharatha. He did not look at that way. He Edalan Kidmagan Ennadu Irangi Alvar says. So that is the quality. So all this Itihasa and Pura api navam. Puranas and 18 in number, and they have this characteristics of describing the creation, destruction, stories of great kings, stories of avatars, all the different manus and the planetary systems, everything is described. You want geography, it is there. You want history, you have. You have whatever things that are required, the modern day physics, modern day everything, all the subjects have been covered in a different way in the Puranas. You have to decode it. You have to have the patience to decode it. First, you can't just declare, you can't be so judgmental about Puranas and Itihasas saying that these are not relevant. Then there will be no answer for it. So remove the judgmental attitude for any reading. Even the newspaper, when you are reading, my guru used to say, even the newspaper, if you are reading daily, you don't have to have a judgmental opinion while you are reading a news. You just read the news and then you come to a conclusion. Likewise, if it is relevant for a small news that comes on a newspaper, imagine how much you have to dwell, how much you have to respect the Puranas or the Itihasas. So you have to have the patience to know what is there in it. So Itihasas that are Ramayana and Ramayana and the Mahabharata are supposed to be believed to be have written during the same times where the heroes were present. During the time of Rama, Ramayana was written. During the character Janamejaya, who is supposed to be the grandson of Yudhishthira, when he was present, he was there very much present during the Mahabharata story was going on. He comes as a character in Mahabharata itself. So itihasas iti iha asa, this is how this happened. From the word, the etymology of itihasa and Purana, it says this is how this had happened. So this is a narration that tells about the great people, Yudhishthira and Bhimasena, all the life histories of them. And Rama, the path that was taken, Ramayanam, the path that Rama took, the way that he handled different situations. Ramayana and Mahabharata are more than enough for our Indians to just take upon every situation in life, wherever there is a problem, wherever there you want a solution for it. So these are something that has been given as a guide, that has been given as a direction for us, so that there is not a much difference between them. Technically there is no much difference between an itihasa and a Purana. These are basically values embedded. They are guidelines that help us to lead a peaceful and happy life. That's more than that what we require, because everybody cannot become a saint seer. We cannot sacrifice our life and go to the forest. It involves life histories of people who live in the family household life, undergoing a lot of stress and pressure, undergoing a lot of anxiety, all these things that we talk about today, the modern terms that we talk, is all being covered in the itihasas and Puranas by different characters. You don't have to literally take the character or the description go about, but the values are still relevant. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. I have a request. I do find a lot of people are talking amongst yourselves. I think that's a show of disrespect. I request you to please maintain silence, and people here are answering your questions. And they are actually answering all our questions. Actually, on our behalf, the children have asked. I request all of you to please maintain silence and have complete attention. I do know it's getting late, but I think it is worth your time. It's a humble request. So next question again is to Mr. Vignesh Diya Prasad from Bhavan's school.
Namaste, sir. My question is, why do girls wear bindi, sir?
It is not only for girls that we are supposed to have anything on the forehead. It is generally a practice by any Hindu in Bharata Desha. If you are like how sir said, if you would have taken a tour of the whole Bharata Desham, there would be difference in the mark that they possess on the forehead. It can be a vibhuti, it can be gopi chandanam, it can be chandanam, it can be different things, kumkumam, whatever it is. It is definitely not only for the girls. It is for everyone. It is for everyone who follow and practice Hinduism or the Sanatana Dharmam that we all follow. It is most important that we all wear something on our forehead that our fathers and forefathers have been following. So it has many reasons for it. It can be said that the Agnya Chakra can be opened. You have the 6 chakras in your body, and by activating, wearing a bindi or a tilakam or the udhvapundram or the tripundram, whatever that you call, you can activate the chakra by giving pressure here. So that is the reason that has been given. And one more reason that has been also told is that the evil eye or the nazar that we say, evil eye, you will not be affected by the evil eye by having the bindi or anything that you wear. That is a spot that is on the speckless. You have a beautiful face, you have a spot on your face that becomes a nazar, that becomes a thing that to ward off the evil eye. And more than all the 1,000 scientific reasons we are going to find out, it is the belief, it is the faith that we have. எவ்வளோ ஆயிரம் ரீசன் சொன்னாலும், எவ்வளோ சயின்டிஃபிக் பேப்பர்ஸ் ரிலீஸ் பண்ணாலும், குங்குமம் வச்சுண்டா இவ்வளோ நடக்கும், அது நடக்குமாக்கும், இப்படி பண்ணாக்கும், இப்படி பண்ணால் இப்படி நடக்குமாக்கும்னு 1000 சொன்னாலும், it is the faith, it is the belief that end of the day that is going to stand out. நம்ம பாட்டிக்கெல்லாம் இவ்வளோ ரீசன் சொல்லி யாருமே வளர்த்ததில்லை, நம்ம தாத்தாக்கெல்லாம் இவ்வளோ யாரும் எதுவும் சொன்னதில்லை. ஆனால் என்னோ என் தாத்தா சொன்னா, இட் இஸ் பீன் டோல்ட் பை மை ஃபாதர்ஸ், இட் இஸ் டோல்ட் பை மை கிராண்ட் மதர். அப்படி தானே தட் இஸ் எவ்வளவு வருஷமாக எவ்வளவு யுகமாக we are following all this. So just imagine that we would have not all been brought up by telling all the reasons and beliefs and scientific reasoning behind it. It is the blind faith that we all possess. So the faith that has been running in our blood that has drawn all this. And this is the reason that we have been wearing a bindi, and it is for everyone. Exactly. So it is namaskarams to you that you are wearing. Everyone is, I see that you are all wearing your traditional marks that you are all wearing. It is, if you are not wearing, please try to be proud of whatever you are. நாம இட்டுண்டா யாரும் எதுவும் சொல்லிட போறதில்லை, தலையை வெட்டிட போறதில்லை. விபூதி இட்டுண்டா யாரும் எதுவும் சொல்லிட போறதில்லை. அப்படி சொன்னா என்ன ஆக போறது? அப்படி என்னதான் ஆயிட போறது நம்மளுக்கு? நம்மளுடைய தர்மத்திலையும் நம்மளுடைய சம்ஸ்காரத்திலையும் நம்மளுடைய தர்மத்திலையுமே if you are not going to take pride of whatever you are, then who is going to take pride of whatever that you possess? You don't know the value that you possess. That is the lack, that is the thing that we all lack. நம்மள்கிட்ட இருக்கிற சொத்தை, நம்மக்கிட்ட இருக்கிற அவ்வளோ ஒரு wealth, we don't appreciate whatever that we have. So let us all appreciate the wealth that we all possess. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
The next question is again to Mr. Kumar from Damini of SRDF. And next I'll request Udit Hariharan from Modern to come here.
Namaste sir, my question is, I've been seeing the tallest LIC building in Chennai from a very young age. It's been built a very long time ago. So what was the vision or the thought process of people behind building such a tall building, and how can I imbibe those visions in my daily life?
Good, thank you. I'll give some history. So this building of LIC building that you see was built by the British. The construction head was an Englishman, and it was conceived many years before it was actually built, because there was a lot of opposition to it. People want to know why there should be such a tall building. You may all remember that when that building was built, it was the tallest in India. It was the tallest in India. LIC building, Mount Road, now Anna Salai, was the tallest building in India. So, but it was built by an Englishman. Building tall buildings is an architect's dream. What do architects, some of you are going to become architect, yes or no? Anybody architect here? No. Can I see one hand? No hand? Okay. But believe me, architects are outdoing each other in constructing taller and taller and taller buildings. If you go to Dubai, you will see the, what's it called? Burj Khalifa. Anybody has gone? Anybody here? No. So once you finish your college, once you get to work, please go visit. It's a dream of some architect who wanted to make it happen. So you should also dream to making something not just in building, but in your mind, in the kind of work that you're going to do, that you must be the tallest person in whatever discipline you want to enter and go for. But let me tell you a small story about myself, because she asked this question about LIC building. There was a fire in LIC building in the year 1975. How many of you know this? Yeah? In Mount Road, there used to be a British Council library. I don't know if it is still there. Yeah, it's still there. Still there. So I was my father got me a membership there. So I used to go borrow books. Those days we were living in Perambur. So I used to take a train from Perambur to Central and take a bus and then go there, browse through the books and come. One such day, when I came out of this, there was a fire in LIC building, and you can see it clearly from British Council Library. Those days, there were high-rise buildings were there. little did I know that one day I would be joining this institution. So apart from beliefs, apart from what you plan to do, there is something called, mysterious in the universe that will take you to where you want to be or maybe where you don't want to be. It is not in your hands sometimes. For new college. But what is in your hands is to try and build something big. It need not be a building. It could be anything. And if you have that kind of vision, you talked about vision, that day I never knew that I would be joining this corporation and that I would be zonal manager in the same building many years later. But you must visualize, and visualization is the biggest contributor to your mind becoming strong and your mind becoming active. All the best to you. Thank you.
Udit Hariharan. This again is a question to Mr. Kumar. Udit Hariharan from Modern Senior Secondary School. Udit Hariharan. And next I'll request Harleka Mohan from SRDF to be here.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Every now and then I feel tensed about my future.
Okay.
Whether it's between my desire and everyday life. Will I get only tense about thinking about my future, or it is essential to think about my future, and why?
Oh, I am not a doctor, let me tell you. But good question, because this is on everybody's mind, not only on your mind. Yes or no? No, nobody is tense. How many people are tense about their future? See there. Even teachers have put up their hands. So what you should accept, that this is a problem for everybody, not only for me. First accept that this is a problem everybody is facing. So I will not say you go to a doctor, just go to your friend, ask him how he or she is managing this stress and learn from it. Many people find different ways of managing stress. Somebody goes to see IPL match, somebody just plays at home, somebody reads a book, somebody listens to good Carnatic music. Everything helps. So you must have a passion for studying, passion to be at the top. At the same time, you must have some other passions also. Develop and inculcate some good passions which will help you to grow and ease your mind of the tension that you seem to have. You seem to have. It's not there, let me tell you. It seem to have it, all of you seem to have it. It is never there. Even if it is there, it will go away. Think of this, that it will go away. And just concentrate on what you like to do. If you concentrate on what you love to do, you will have no time to think about the stress. The mind is giving you stress, it is only giving you a signal because maybe you are bored, maybe you have nothing else to do. So think about what you can do to keep yourself busy. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir.
Harleka, thank you, sir. Harleka Mohan from SRDF. And next I will request Ashwant Prasad from SRDF. This question is for Mr. Vignesh. Vignesh.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
My question is, why is it important to attain moksha? Because all the material things in our life, if they...
Can you be louder?
My question is, why is it important to attain moksha? Because all our experiences in this material world, if they can provide happiness, and if the ups and downs in our life is what builds character, then why should I not strive for rebirth?
Wonderful question. Actually, the very thought of having what is moksha or what is the rebirth and all even requires a lot of maturity, and you should have had a lot of samskara or the earlier maybe in the form of discourses or books that you would have come across. It's a wonderful question that you have asked. As you say, there are ups and downs in the life that would shape a person and give a lot of teaching in life. And why do I have to go towards rebirth and all? What is that? Why do I have to pursue so much and take efforts and all? the ups and downs itself is not just enough, because you have to think what the pursuit of life is. Just going behind all this, the materialism, as you asked first, the materialistic pleasures, how long is it going to last? You want to buy a car, and you have the car, you have bought it, and maybe you would strive hard to buy a car for it. You would work hard, you would save money, you would buy that car, and then you will have that car luxuriously enjoying the car, and after some days or some months or years, then there would be some repair in the car, and that would bring you a lot of sorrow. And then after that, you think that this car has been outdated, there are so many upgradings that have been done in the new model that have come up in the market. Then you start saving money for it, you take so much pain for it, and then you buy the car. So what is this cycle of things that you are going about? There is sorrow, there is again happiness, there is sorrow. Dukkasyanantaram sukham, sukhasyanantaram dukkam. There is sorrow, there is happiness, there is sorrow, happiness. It is just a cycle of things, but you're not definite about what you want in life. It is not just the change in cars that will bring you happiness. It is the happiness that you are, the happiness that from inside that gives you real happiness, real bliss. There is a lot of difference between the happiness and the bliss. The things that you are obtaining from the outside materialism is all happiness. The bliss, the ananda, there is difference between the sukham and anandam. Sukham is what that you derive from the outside world. Ananda is your swarupam. Ananda you cannot derive it from outside. The content happiness that you derive, எனக்கு இந்த காரே போதும்பா, இந்த காரை ஒழுங்கா ஏதாவது ரிப்பேர் வந்துதுன்னா இதை ஏதாவது கவனிச்சுட்டு இது இருக்கிறதே எனக்கு போதும். Where will you get this happiness? Where would we get this content life or the content mind? Idukku it requires a kind of maturity for you. That kind of maturity will give you a kind of renunciation and vairagya in your life. Vairagya as in that you don't have to go behind everything that you want in life. எதை பார்த்தாலும் நான் வாங்கிடணும், எதை பார்த்தாலும் எனக்கு அது கடியில் நான் என் கை கடியில் இருக்கணும்னா where is the end? என் உலகத்தில் இருக்கிறது எல்லாமே என் கையில் தான் இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா that will create a lot of pressure within you, and then that definitely will not become happiness for you. கோடீஸ்வரனுக்கும் சந்தோஷம் இல்லை. Even the richest of riches does not have so many happiness, does not become happy when he gets everything. Because he'll think that raid வந்துருமோ, யாராவது என்னை குத்தி கொலை பண்ணிட்டு இதை எல்லாத்தையும் தூக்கின்னு போயிடுவாளோ, என்ன இல்லை என் குழந்தையே பாரியா பிபேத்திங்கிற மாதிரி என்னோட குழந்தைகளே என்னோட இதெல்லாம் சொத்தையெல்லாம் எடுத்துன்னு போயிடுவாளோ அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி. There is no happiness after even accumulating so many luxuries in your life. But what is happiness exactly? That is really a question, $1 million question, and then that requires some amount of renunciation, that requires some amount of jnanam for you. Jnanam as in you have to think what is real, what is shashvatam, what is going to last, what is not going to last. எவ்வளவுதான் பண்ணாலும், எவ்வளவுதான் you spend so much, how much is going to last, how much is it going to last? எவ்வளவு நாள் இருந்துட்ட போகிறது? ₹1,00,000 கொடுத்து வாங்கினாலும் போக போகிறது தான். எவ்வளவு நாள் காப்பாற்றி வச்சுட்டாலும் அது போக போகிறது தான். அதனால எவ்வளவுதான் இந்த உடம்புக்கு பண்ணி வச்சுட்டாலும், how much ever you spend for this body, how much ever you dye your hair when it turns grey, how much ever you do cataract surgery, how much ever you want to correct yourself that has gone wrong, one day you are going to die. Is something that is something that you are going to realize one day, and then you act accordingly, and you know what is the highest goal that I have to reach. It is not something the luxurious car or the bungalow or the pattu podavai that you have been dreaming about. It is something far beyond all this. It is something that you have been listening, all this listening, edo moksham edo pesin irukaliya. That is when you realize that the cycle of punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatareshayanam. Then all this karmas will lead to birth, again birth, rebirth. Idhe madriye this cycle is going to happen again and again and again. When is this going to stop? Then I have to take an effort for it. அப்ப அந்த effort எடுக்கும்போது there are so many things that I cannot explain in this short time. அப்போ அந்த எஃபர்ட் எடுக்கும்போது அப்போ you do bhakti, you go behind the seeking knowledge, அதை ஞானம் அடையணும் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கும் போது அப்போ then the Gurunathar comes, the Guru comes there, Acharya comes there and he directs you and he grabs by your hand and then he takes you to the ultimate goal that you are dreaming about. Then that is the moksham. The materialistic pleasures that we are all being going behind is definitely not going to last. It is definitely not going to give you ultimate happiness. It is the Guru Charanam or the Hari Charanam that will give you the ultimate happiness. That is the moksham. That is the moksham that we all are dreaming about. All are wanting, everyone wants to go behind. So that is the answer that I would say. Thank you so much.
Ashwant Prasad from SRDF, and next will be Bharati from Sri Shankara Senior Secondary School.
Namaste sir, I am Ashwant Prasad. My question is, today the world population is around 8 billion sir. So there is no scarce for competition. So the ever-changing world, how can I sustain and survive in this world among such a intense competition among my competitors?
I think Mr. Kumar, yeah.
Okay, let me ask a counter question. Who do you think are your competitors?
So, one in a couple of men I meet every day sir.
Huh?
One in a couple of men I meet every day.
You meet every day, but how do you think they are your competitors? What makes them your competitor?
Sir, their level of experience, their skills, their talent, and the hard work to where they have come today.
Okay, why do you believe you don't have those skills or the experience?
Sir, I doubt myself if I am ever valuable to that extent to compete with them, sir.
So, again I'll go back, you have to train your mind and make your mind believe that there is no competitor to you. That is the level you have to reach if you want to survive, if you want to do well, number one. Number two, when I asked you who are your competitors, you are looking at a particular field or a particular area of expertise. Why should you follow the herd? Why should you follow what others are doing? Why can't you do something totally different? You see the CEO of, all of you are using Swiggy and Zomato. You know, CEO of Swiggy and Zomato, they did something totally different. Had they thought like you, that there are so many competitors, there are so many markets, Padamodir Nilayam, Padamodir Solai, all so many things are there. So many Geetham restaurants, so many hotels. So, hotel industry is big. So let's say hotel is your competitor, you want to start a hotel. Instead he started a delivery kind of a organization like Swiggy. So if you really feel that there are a lot of competitors, then the only advice or guidance I can say, think of doing something different. Think of doing something nobody has done before. And don't think there is no such thing. There is so many things people have not done before. You have to think hard. You have to train your mind. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
I will just, for paucity of time, I will ask the question. What do you think is the most important lesson one can learn from the life of Adishankara? The question is to Mr. Krishnan.
Just last two questions. What is the most important lesson that we can learn from the life of Adishankara? What is an important message is different, life is different. Message is you yourself are the real. The ultimate strength is in you. You are everything. That's the message. Important life help that we can learn from Adishankara is right from the day when he was a student, when he went for bhiksha, when he saw a poor lady suffering, she did not have anything to give. What he did? He did not have money, he has no power, he prayed to God. He still want to help. So the important lesson that we learn from the life of, throughout any story of Adishankara's life, when he was in Narmada, when there was floods, when he met people across this country, understanding the import of Shastras and Vedas wrongly. He did not want to defeat them, he wanted to enlighten them. He wanted to teach them what is the truth so that they will benefit. So the important lesson we learn is help others. Help others. Okay?
Final question for the session is again to Mr. Kumar. How do we reach true success in life? And this is a question from Bharati of Sri Shankara Senior Secondary School. How do we reach true success in life?
Namaste, sir. And my question is that how do we reach true success in life?
Okay, so can you define what is true?
Like like a truthful way of getting success without cheating.
Oh, you mean that way? How to get to that? So don't cheat. As simple as that. Don't cheat. Be firm. I told you, be firm. And that lady there answered the question rightly about integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing where nobody is watching. So that is it. Don't cheat. Success will be yours. Whether some people think by cheating they can be successful, but most people in this world, let me tell you, most people have succeeded without cheating, by following their mind, by following their principles, and that is the only way you will succeed. All the best to you.
Thank you, sirs, for all the wonderful answers, and also the students. I think you also should applaud yourselves because the questions are also very insightful. And next item on the agenda is actually honoring the principals of schools. Top performing schools, consistently they have been with us and their schools have participated under a lot of challenges, but they continue to participate and support the cause. And recognition of the same, I will now request few of the principals to come. I will request Mrs. Meenakshi Kumar also to please come over the dais and participate in honoring the principals. I will now call upon Srimati Sri Priya Rajarajan, Principal of Modern Senior Secondary School. Srimati Sri Priya Rajarajan is the Modern Senior Secondary School, Naganallur Principal. Mr. Kumar. Next is Srimati Padmavati, Principal of SRD Vivekananda Vidyalaya, Kronpet. Srimati S. Vidyalakshmi, Principal of Shankara Senior Secondary School, Adayar. Now, Sri P.G. Subramanian, Principal of Bhavans Rajaji Vidyashram. This is one school that has been a consistent performer, and Sri Subramanian is actually part of ourselves. It is like honoring ourselves. We take great pride in doing the same. Thank you so much. Yeah. I think we will now go to the prize distribution. We'll start with the distinction prize winners. Individual prizes. Pranav Ramanathan of Chinmaya Vidyalaya Virugambakam. Next is Anirudh V of Shivaswami Kalalaya. Shivahari VC of Shivaswami Kalalaya. Anirudh. Shivahari. Devadarshini. Shivahari. Devadarshini. See, all these distinction prize winners, they're actually distinction because they have scored 90 plus marks. Devadarshini of Venugopal Vidyalaya. And next is Kirtana Ramesh from Venugopal Vidyalaya. Distinction. Next is Super Prize winners. I'll request the following students to come. I think there is one parent who's representing. I'm only calling those students who are present. There are a lot more students who actually won prizes. I think some of them are not able to make it. So Super Prizes, a parent is representing Yajnashri BS. So we'll request the parent to come and take the prize. Belonging to Chinmaya Vidyalaya Virugambakam. Request you to please come a bit faster. Yajnashri BS, the parent of Yajnashri BS. And the following students from Devi Academy, Akshat K. Iyer. Amma. Ellargunda. Akshat K. Iyer, M. Sharmesh, Yashwardhan. And the following students from Shivaswami Kalalaya, Shivapriya, Mahati, Sneha, Priyadarshini, Arjun Sarati, Amrita, Raghav Subramanyam, Srijit, Srivatsan and Lakshmi Priya. And Karnima Charan. All of them are from Shivaswami Kalalaya. Venugopal Vidyalaya, Niranjan R, Akshara A and Akshaya H. Junior award. Yeah, junior award. See, the junior basically junior Shankara Senior Secondary School is the winner, is the runner-up team in the skit competition. Second place. So Shruti Satish, Veda Badrinath, Vidya Bharat, Vaibhav Arvind, Girish, Bharati, Hasini and Shruti Sri. Give a round of applause, please. And the winners of the skit competition, Bhavan's Rajaji Vidyashram, Vedika, Tejashnath, Akhila Atreya, Nameshesh, Muttaya Painiyappan, Tanuj Krishna, Ritvik Kumar, Nishant, Vimaladityan, Ananya, Suchitra, Diya Prasad, Gautam Raghav. I will also request mentors, juniors mentors, juniors mentors, seniors. Please stay back. We'll now request the principal of the school and the mentors, Srimati Preeta and Radha Naveen Kumar, and the principal to please come on dais to be here, because the students are now on the prize like Jagadguru Sri Abhinava Vidyatheertha Mahaswamin rolling shield. Okay. And Srimati Manjula, who has actually trained the students for this kit. Yes. I will call upon the students for the senior category quiz competition. The fourth place, Vidya Mandir. The secondary team represented by Aravind and Divyans Vuna. And the primary team represented by Anhiti and Manav Krishna. The secondary team, Aravind and Divyans Vuna. First, முதல்ல primary இல்ல second first primary கொடுக்குறேன். Primary team Anhiti and Manav Krishna. Take your prize. The secondary team represented by Aravind and Divyans Vuna. Kneel down. Divyans Vuna. Round of applause for Vidyama and the students. The third prize winner, Sri Shankara Senior Secondary School, Adayar. Represented by the booster team is Advait Sangameshwar, Durga Ritish and Sahana Karthik. They are the booster team representatives. Anushri, Sai Sriniti, Shraddha Sriram secondary team, and the primary team is Shyam Karthik, Meenakshi and Nityashri Venkata Subramani. The primary team represented by Shyam Karthik, Meenakshi, Nityashri Venkat Subramani. Illa, primary team first. Amma, illa, first. Na koopte jana maathita. The primary team is Shyam Karthik, Meenakshi and Nityashri. Nityashri Venkata Subramaniam and Meenakshi.
Shyam Karthik. No, kneel down. Oh, you can't. Oh, you have a problem. Okay, you can stand.
Secondary team is Anushri, Sai Sriniti and Shraddha Sriram.
Secondary team prize
Sai Srinidhi. Okay, represented by the father. I think the father has come. Sai Srinidhi's father has come. Requesting him to come on dais, please. And Shraddha Sriram. We'll also request the mentors of the school.
Secondary team secondary team.
Anushri, Sai Srinidhi, Shraddha Sriram. And the booster team represented by Advait Sangameshwar, Durga Ritish and Sahana Karthik. Advait Sangameshwar. Primary, secondary booster.
அதே ஆர்டர்ல தான் உட்கார வச்சிருக்கேன். பிரைமரி டீம் மட்டும் முதல்ல போடு. மேடம் அங்க போயிடுங்க. ஃப்ரண்ட்ல போ.
And the mentors have been requested to come over. Srimati Ganga, Ritish.
Give it to the mentor, ma. Mentor. All of you have got?
Have the mentors come over here. Srimati Ganga and Kavita Anand. Ama.
Mentor as well as vice principal.
Srimati Kavita Anand is also the vice principal of the school. A round of applause to all of them, please.
Very good, thank you.
We now request the first runner-up, SRDF Vivekananda Vidyalaya Krompet. The primary team represented by Shruti, Hiruleka, Ashwant Prasad, Kumari Shruti, Kumari Hiruleka and Shri Ashwant Prasad.
He is the key man. Sir, he is the key man of the team.
Secondary team, Kaushik Narayan, Akshaya Ganesh and Damini. Kaushik Narayan, Akshaya Ganesh and Damini. And the booster team represented by Akshayashri, Kirtana, Sadhana, Sandhya and Yogesh. Kumari Akshayashri, Kumari Kirtana, Kumari Sadhana, Kumari Sandhya and Yogesh. We'll request the mentors to come on dais, please. The mentors of the school team, SRDF Vivekananda, Srimati Padma Natesh and Srimati Sri Priya. Srimati Padma Natesh and Srimati Sri Priya, the mentors of the team. We'll also request Srimati Durga Unni to join them. So, Vice Principal of the school.
Varnidharan, அவங்க prize, mentors ஓட prize. Shankara mentors prize. SRDF ஓட mentor prize. நீங்க ஃப்ரண்ட்ல போங்க, ஃப்ரண்ட்ல போங்க. Go front and kneel down. Front and kneel down. வித்யாமந்த் நீங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் தானே? ஆமா, வித்யாமந்த் mentor. Mentors. இப்போ கடைசியில் கூப்பிடலாம். SRDF mentor விஷ்ணு.
கிருஷ்ணன் உங்களை கூப்பிடுறாரு.
Wait. And give the mentors prize one. Mentor prize. Prizes for the mentors.
The prizes for the mentors are also now being handed over. Srimati Sri Priya, Srimati Padma Natesh. Padmavati. And also the principal, Srimati Padmavati, to please join them. Yep. The winners of the quiz, Modern Senior Secondary School, Naganallur. In 2020-21 it was Amrita Vidyalaya, Ettimadai, who were the winners. 21-22 it was Modern. 22-23 Amrita Vidyalayam Trichy. 23-24 SRDF Vivekananda Vidyalaya Krompet, and again now it's Modern Senior Secondary School who have won the prize. The primary team represented by Srinidhi, Akash and Dushyant Sanjeev. Srinidhi, Akash and Dushyant Sanjeev. They are getting a laptop as their prize. Secondary team, Kumari Samvita, Kumari Madhumita and Vedant. The secondary team, Samvita, Madhumita and Vedant. And the booster team, Bhargavi, Manasa, Dhanesh and Udit Hariharan. Booster team represented by Bhargavi, Manasa, Damesh and Udit Hariharan. We'll also request the mentors to come over, Srimati Gomati and Srimati Priya.
Kneel down, come, kneel down.
The mentors are requested to come. Please come over. We're giving a prize of 5,000 rupees worth prizes to the mentors as well. Requesting the mentors to come and collect it, please. And the winners of the Jagadgurus Sri Abhinava Vidyatheertha Mahaswamigal rolling.
Principal is coming.
The principal of the school is requested to come over. Sri Priya Rajarajan, Srimati Sri Priya Rajarajan. Yeah, the winners of the Jagadguru Sri Abhinava Vidyatheertha Mahaswamigal silver trophy. Few more minutes, we will be completing the program. I'll request the mentor of Vidya Mandir, Mylapur, Srimati Vijaya Meenakshi, the mentor of Vidyamandir. This is Kalai Dr. Kalai Chelvi, mentor Vidyamandir. இப்போ யாரையும் கொடுக்குறது அவ்வளோதான் முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. சங்கரா கொடுக்குறது ஒன்றும் இல்லையே.
சங்கரா பாருங்க அவங்க சாப்பிட
பவன்ஸ் மென்டார் இருக்கு சங்கரா
The Bhavans, mentor of Bhavans with Radha Vidyashram, Srimati Preeta and Radha Naveen Kumar, if they are here. Sorry, all that's it. I think we are done, that's it. We'll now request Dr. Ganeshan to give us vote of thanks, followed by national anthem.
இந்த விழாவை சிறப்பித்த அனைவருக்கும் நன்றி. டிக்னிட்டரிஸ் 3 பேர் வந்து ரொம்ப நல்லா பேசினாங்க. அது மாதிரி இன்ட்ராக்டிவ் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது. Vidyatheertha Foundation is thanking all the dignitaries who are in the dais, as well as principals and teachers, parents and students for the grand occasion we had this evening. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Yeah, please join us for the national anthem. SRDF students will render the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गाता जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे